Well, good morning. Excuse me. We got to wake my voice up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheem Aljabi out of Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Greensboro, North Carolina, by way of Honolulu, Hawaii, by way of pretty much everywhere. But I am your brother. I'm your little brother. I'm your big brother. I'm your cousin, and I am your friend. But we're going to talk. But right now, we got my brother from another mother, but we got the same father. This is Badger. Good morning, Badger. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Another beautiful and blessed day.
Hey, you know what it is, man? This is Way Out Wednesday. This is Way Out Wednesday. Just for the people that's listening, we don't have a particular topic on Wednesday. Now, if you join us and you've been joining us for a while, you know Monday, Tuesday we do, Thursday, Friday we do. But on Wednesday, it's called Way Out Wednesday, and we talk about whatever we want to talk about, even to the point that if you have something going on in your own life and you want some advice, somebody to speak on it or whatever the case, you can give us a call. You ask, how can I give you a call? Well, it's very simple. It's very simple. Dial this number 508 924 3521. 508 924 3521. Give us a call. We love to have your input. TikTok, y'all are very active over there. Glad to have each and every one of you. You all are coming in, and I can't acknowledge each and every one of you at the rate that you're coming in, but I do want to thank each and every one of you for being here and invite you to be a part of the broadcast. Again, it's real simple. Give us a call, 508 924 3521. Badge, I got a question for you.
Hey, let's go.
And this is Way Out Wednesday. So we're gonna start this thing off going way out. Lingerie. Lingerie. Is it necessary, or if it just is, or is it just when the women go out there and buy it, it's just a waste of time?
Well, you know, in my honest opinion, it's going to really boil down to the individuals for sure.
We talking
Like
about
a
you.
hundred.
We talking about you, to you.
Oh, to me?
Yes.
Mm, Yeah, my wife ain't got to go get any of that.
But see, a lot of time women feel sexy when they put it on, and they put on the lingerie. They put on the I have a real hard time saying this word, but I'm gonna attempt it. I'm gonna attempt it this morning, y'all. TikTok, I'm going to attempt to say this word now. Y'all laugh at me if you want to. How you say the thing? Stilettos or stilettos. They put on them.
Stilettos.
Yes, stilettos. There you go. There you go, Badger.
Hey, there's a word I can pronounce that you have a trouble with.
Man,
That's a first.
yes, Lord, I always have a problem with it. But they put on the lingerie, the nice little lingerie and everything, set the mood and put all get the fragrances in the air, man. The candles or whatever they're gonna burn is in the air, man, and candles and all that stuff, man. They put on their lingerie and they're setting a mood. They're setting a mood. Badger,
And that's,
is all that necessary?
I mean, my wife ain't got to do all that. She knows that she's sexy in my eyes.
Go ahead, Badger. Go ahead, Badger.
So we don't. I mean, I've told her if you want to, you more than welcome. You don't need it from me.
Look here.
You
And take
got my attention, man.
say,
Like
since you walk in the room, she got your attention. Come on, Badger. Say it.
every time, she ain't got to be naked or anything. She can just be wearing a dress, wearing
Now,
uh
now, Badger,
pajamas and a loose sleeve shirt,
now, Badger,
a loose shirt.
did you just say naked?
I said she ain't got to.
I know what you use the word naked, man. I ain't heard that in a long time. She ain't gotta be naked. But see, and TikTok said high what's that? High heeled shoes, sir. High heeled shoes. Yeah, and they're high heel, but they like to use that little fancy word that I can't say. It sounds so much more sophisticated when they say how you say the thing? Stiletto. Yeah, stilettos. Yeah, when
Yeah.
they
Most
put
of
them
the
in
time when I see women wearing high heels and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, I just look at them and go, "Don't roll your ankle."
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I want to ask the question because we got a lot of ladies that's actually watching us this morning as well. And I want to ask the fellas too. I'm gonna throw this question out there: Is that important? Is that important? Lingerie, the mood setters, the lingerie, the stilettos, the setting the atmosphere with the fragrance in the air and the music in the background, the nice music in the background, and all of that, man. It's setting that tone for a nice, romantic, one-on-one grown folk evening. Is all that stuff necessary? Is all that necessary? Um, Ladies, how do you feel? How do you feel, ladies, when you're in that mood, when you're in that zone? Does it make the and we grown folk here? We grown folk here. Does it make the moment more sensitive to you, more appealing to you? Does it bring out certain things in you that if the mood is not right, it wouldn't be the same? Ladies, give us a call 508-924-3521. Now, ladies, you set this mood for your man. Or let me say your significant other. Let me say it that way. You set the mood or the tone for your significant other. You've gone through this. You've gone this distance. You've got your nice lingerie. The atmosphere is right. The mood is right. The smell, the scent, the arrogance in the room is right. The music is playing. You have your stilettos on. You're looking beautiful. You have your lingerie, and then your significant other walk into that that moment. Walk into that moment. I'm not gonna say that room. I'm gonna say that moment. How important is that to you, ladies, fellas, bros? How important is if you walk into that? You walk into you walk into that atmosphere, and you walk in and you open the door. And oh, it smells so good in here. Woo, it smells so good. My goodness, it smells good. Woo, what's she doing? And then all of a sudden the music come on. Dun, 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 dun. Whatever the song is, I'm making a tone right now. Whatever that song is, and you turn the corner, and there she is, beautiful. What does that do? Does that set a tone for you? Does that make it? Does that make that moment any better? We got a caller from the restricted area. I'm kind of leery when they called in restricted. I normally don't acknowledge them, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a chance. It's way out Wednesday. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Good morning. Good morning, Raheem.
Hey, good.
This is Cookie.
Hey,
Hey.
Cookie, how you doing this morning? Cookie, your volume is very low. I could almost can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this better?
Yes, that's much better. Cookie, I'm asking a question this morning. Good morning. Good to have you. Good to have you with us. Um, Cookie, I'm asking a question about grown folk conversation this morning, and we're talking about mood settings. So lingerie. We're talking about lingerie, and you set the mood for your significant other. You set the mood. You have on a lingerie. You have on the stilettos. Stiletto. I can't say that word. I butcher that word every time. But you have that on. The mood is set. The room is the fragrance. The lighting is perfect. The fragrance in the room is amazing. The music in the background is impeccable. Everything is right, and then your significant other comes into that room. How important is that moment to you? And is the lingerie, is all this stuff necessary, or is it a waste of time?
um, I think that the argument can be made that it might be a waste of time for men because men just like a woman with beautiful, supple skin.
Mm.
That's all it takes. A T-shirt will do it. Grandma made 11 babies in a moon. But for the woman herself,
Yeah.
I think it's very necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever she does to adorn herself makes her more receptive to the man. When
Mm-hmm.
she feels beautiful, then she can behave in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So for women, I think all those things are necessary. The um the fragrances, they
Mm-hmm.
have something called aromatherapy.
Mm-hmm.
That means that the what you smell also arouses a certain feeling in you.
Mm-hmm.
How we look makes us feel more confident. It makes us feel more sexy,
Mm-hmm.
so you can behave in a more sexy way.
Mm-hmm.
So from my perspective as a woman, those things are very necessary.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Tucson, coming to you, brother. What are you saying? Good morning. How you doing this morning?
I mean, he's got the Spider-Man suit. Remember?
Oh, shut up. Shut up, Badger. Just shut up. Just shut up.
Lord.
Thank you, Badger. Thank you, Badger.
Now, is that whole scene that is set, Tucson?
Y'all been talking, and I've been listening.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I'm at home now,
Yeah. Okay.
and I'm thinking. Y'all got me thinking.
Oh, it's gonna be some mood setting, huh? It's gonna be some mood setting, is what you're saying. Oh, okay.
I don't know. You know what? What's the I forgot her name. Just
Cookie.
Cookie.
Mm-hmm.
So Badger was talking, and Badger was saying, what he's saying, and I'm listening to that Cookie, and I was because you got to listen to these women now, because
You gotta
she
process what they're saying. You gotta
is correct about us. A T-shirt be fine. But anyway, I was thinking as
now
y'all
this dude did not just say a t-shirt would be fine. All this effort this woman put into it. Girl, you
I'm just saying that's what she said. That's you know
I heard her.
Yeah. So I was thinking, man. I said, man, you know what? You can line the floor up with some rose pebbles and all that kind of stuff, and put some around. Man, I'm almost looking. I'm looking through the house for some high heel shoes.
Lord.
I'm looking for some high heel shoes right now.
Oh Lord.
See if I can find some.
You gonna do the best you can then.
I'm not gonna put them on, Badger.
Uh-oh.
Why not?
That's a little bit too far on the road playing.
Look here, that brother said, "Why not?" Oh Lord.
that. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Badger gonna go. He gonna go drag tonight.
Talk about role playing.
You're gonna be like, honey,
man,
I'm here.
Man, leave Badger alone.
I'm sorry. This is a conversation.
Way out Wednesday.
I'm gonna bail out. When you gonna have a next subject? I'll come back.
No. Hang out with us, brother. Hang out. But
No,
Badger,
but yeah, it'll make a difference. You'll be like something different from that house coat you had on last night.
yeah. them grandma shoes that you, sandals or whatever.
You said grown folk conversation.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say something and I'm going in the corner.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I apologize right now, everybody. Cooking especially. And them big old drawers.
Oh, she said something about them grandma grannies. Them grandma grannies, bro. She said something about them. But see, and see, that's what I think and that's what I think. It does make a difference. I think it does make a difference. And hopefully whoever put in the effort to set that tone like that, I hope it's appreciated. I hope it's appreciated by the other person. I hope they really appreciate the effort that's put into it and could appreciate the moment.
Yeah.
Because
the worst thing you could do is while they're getting ready, like they like to do, is you be asleep.
Lord. Look, but see, watch it, and I gotta go to Cookie. I'm gonna ask Cookie this too, so I'm not fooling with you. But Cookie, if that mood was set, if you put in effort to set that mood, to set that tone, and then your significant other come along and say, "You ain't have to do all this. What's all this for? Yeah, you ain't have to do all this, man. You put all that time into this. Girl, come here, girl." Now, would you feel like you wasted your time in putting that effort into it because you want a certain? It's a mood that you want, and a certain atmosphere that you're looking for. Can he or she? I'm gonna say, can your significant other destroy that moment?
I'm sorry, is that question for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. This is one of those instances where the woman trains the man. He learns through trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I do everything, I make the romantic dinner, we sit there with the candles and the wine, and you have the appropriate attire on, and he says to me, "You didn't have to do this." The whole evening comes to a halt.
Yes.
The whole evening.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm going to leave you at the dinner table. I'm probably
Wow.
going to sleep on the couch because
Mm.
there has something drastic must happen for you to understand and learn. Whenever I put this kind of effort in, you need to demonstrate appropriate appreciation.
Mm-hmm. But what if
Women go through it.
but
Yes, sir.
what if your significant other is just not a romantic individual like that, and you're trying to pull something out in that person? But what if they're just not they're just not that romantic type? That's just not who they are.
But see, here's the thing. We didn't ask anything of you. The woman did it all herself. She got her hair done. She got her pedicure. She did her shower. She adorned herself. She purchased whatever matching ensemble that she put on. She got the appropriate fragrances. She got the house set up. What did she ask of you?
Be
So
there.
this is not really about whether he's romantic or not. Remember, I said earlier, oftentimes this is for the woman so that it makes her feel sexier and more receptive to your attention. It's not requiring anything of you. So for you
Lord.
to then say to me, you didn't have to do all this, okay, we're going to have to teach you a lesson.
Mm.
The
Mm.
lesson is be appreciative.
Mm-hmm.
Lie to me. Tell me that the house looks nice. The house smells nice. I love the meal. You look pretty and whatever. Whatever you have to say to keep me in that frame of mind, you're going to learn the hard way. Don't say to her, you don't need to do all that.
Whatever
Because
happened?
we won't need to do nothing else either.
Whatever happened to just be honest with me? Whatever happened to that? Just tell me the truth. And the truth is, girl, what? How much you spent on that lingerie? He can't even say lingerie. That lingerie you got on. How much you spent on that? How much that cost? You went out and bought extra food.
Listen,
We got food in the refrigerator.
listen. See now your age and your status is showing.
I'm just, I
You're
mean,
you're talking like somebody who been married for a very long time. For some people,
I'm just being the question. I don't feel that
all
way.
their life.
Just for the record, I don't feel. I'm being the question asker right now.
Okay,
Let me clarify that for
I
my
got you.
listeners. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
For some people, all of their life, these things are important to them. It is their love language for self.
Mm-hmm.
Because I care for you, I'm with you, I'm married to you. So I want to present for you sometimes the best version of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And in every marriage, we always omit things in the spirit of keeping peace, in the spirit of making the other person happy.
Mm-hmm.
In this instance, let's tell a lie.
Mm.
Don't even say it. Keep it to yourself. Enjoy what has been prepared for you.
Mm. Okay.
That's one of the
I
sacrifices that is necessary in a relationship.
okay. I
Trust
understand.
me, you're the one who's going to benefit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yes, Lord. but but Badger, we always told and woman, just be honest with me. Just tell me the truth. Tell me how you feel. Now, if you feel like you don't waste your time all this stuff, girl, what is that? Why you do all this? Look at that. Get all them candles all on there. Who gonna clean them? Who gonna pick them? All them flowers and stuff on the floor. Who gonna pick all that stuff up? Got all these
You gonna
candles
be
burning. Girl, you about to burn the house down.
you
Why
gonna
you
be
what
on the
wrong?
sofa. We gonna be on the sofa.
Yeah, you'll be in the back. You'll be on the back porch. You might not even make it in the house, bro. But Badger, what if this person is not just not? Because you said Badger, she ain't got to do none of that. You said she
Yeah,
ain't got to do none of that. None of that stuff is necessary. But
right.
if she want to do that, how do you receive it, or how would you receive it?
That I'm failing in a relationship.
Huh?
That
Oh,
I,
go ahead.
because to me, if if I haven't learned her love language and been communicating with her and all that kind of stuff of how beautiful and attractive and sexy that she is to me,
Mm-hmm.
where that's not even necessary, then I failed.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you saying, and I like where you're going with it. You saying that you have not presented yourself adequately to her to make her feel sexy, so she don't feel as though she have to do that. But what if she's not doing it for you? What if she's doing it for her?
I mean, I haven't been in that situation, so that's really hard for me to think about because
Mm.
it's, I get, hmm,
Mm.
like she,
Mm.
I mean, I guess when she like wants to go out and stuff, she wants to look good,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
but
this is something that y'all are doing in the house. Y'all ain't going nowhere. You know, she don't want you to go nowhere. And after you see her, hopefully you don't want to go nowhere. You want to be right there with her.
hmm,
Yeah, yeah. Going somewhere is the last thing on your mind, and hopefully going somewhere else is the last thing on your mind. And then, well, you going somewhere, but y'all going together. Now,
I mean,
grown folk talk there.
a- asking my own experience, it ain't that kind of thing. I mean, if she wanted to, she's more than welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess she doesn't worry about that because there ain't no issue in that area. Never
Okay.
has been.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, all right, pimp daddy.
It ain't a pimp thing. I could care less about any other women and all that junk.
Yeah, I understand.
Tucson, talk to me, Tucson.
This is an interesting conversation here
Mm-hmm.
because Badger said, and I'm listening. I listen. I'm joking clown. I like to joking clown.
Mm-hmm.
But this is an interesting conversation because he says, I feel like I fail.
Yeah, that's good.
That's interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what I'm getting at all of this. If she does, and we know our wives are good with no makeup, that I almost said it all. Just plain and just plain Jane. If she was plain Jane,
Yeah.
but I don't do plain Janes.
Mm-hmm.
She when I met her, she was made up.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's the deal. If she does go through all that effort, the worst thing I could do is slap her in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You hear
You
what
been,
I'm saying?
yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. And it's almost
Because
like you being disrespectful.
oh, that's disrespectful. That
Mm-hmm.
is disrespectful. Of course, she's good without it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. But if I'm gonna say something sarcastic, of
Mm-hmm.
course, she has her teeth in, and I'm no, she don't have dentures.
Yeah.
Wife does not have dentures.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
But if she did,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk 10, 15, 20 years from now, maybe. I don't know. I hope I'm still living.
Yeah. Girl, you got your good teeth in today too, huh? Ooh, go ahead, Giselle. Go
Or
ahead.
or Badger, she takes her teeth out. So,
Oh yeah, we grown folk talk now. We grown we grown folk talk now.
so I'm not gonna go that direction, but I'm just saying, you have a candles on the table. You have a nice, um, you can tell by the meal
Yeah.
and the aroma that's in the room that
Mm-hmm.
something's up.
Yeah. Yeah. And
And
see the thing about it, she's put effort, she's put a lot of effort into it. That's the thing I'm talking about. She's put that effort
yeah,
into it to make it special.
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and you ain't better now. You the worst thing you can do is say you got a headache or you've been working all
Mm-hmm.
day and you tired.
Girl, I
You
ain't got
better
time
no.
for that. We'll do it again. Let's do it tomorrow. I'm tired today. I ain't got time for all this here tonight.
Now
I'm going to bed.
here's
I'm going to
something.
sleep.
Here's something that I did hear Cookie
Uh-oh.
say
Uh-oh.
that kind of struck me to the left a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
he gonna learn today.
Oh, he gonna learn today. And she meant that.
Or
She meant that too.
something to the effect that
Full
he's
screen.
missing out.
Full
Huh?
screen. Going
Okay,
full screen.
he's missing out. Go ahead. I mean, yeah, okay, good deal. So he's missing out. But here's the kicker about that. Most and I agree, women are a gift. But I think it's a give and take.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to bring my game on too now.
Come
You
on now.
understand what I mean?
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? It ain't gonna be I ain't gonna sleep tonight. I'm not even tired. I can work 12 hours. I ain't tired no more.
No. As a matter of fact, I feel good.
So here's the thing about what I'm saying is, see, the most of the time I'm hearing with our women is that they're the giver
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we're the taker.
Yeah.
And they are more of the desire
Mm-hmm.
than the man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. You tiptoeing though. And like I said, this is going for you
But what I'm
tiptoeing.
saying is
Mhm.
say, well, you just gonna do it out. Well, no, you gonna do it out.
We gonna do without tonight. Go just
No,
like
but I'm saying is
you
that
ain't. We ain't.
you know, it's not like uh the women just like, okay, I'm the best thing since sliced cheese. Well,
Mm-hmm.
honey, I'm the best thing since sliced cheese tonight. Because if you ain't going to sleep, I'm not going to sleep. You
Well,
know what I'm saying right here.
well,
I'm
if
not
you
about to be doing a good job at it.
if you're the
But
best thing since sliced cheese, baby, I'm that hamburger. You can't have no cheeseburger without both of us. We
that's what
go
I'm
together. No,
about. That's what I'm talking about.
I
And
know it,
then
man. I
look,
know.
Badger, and then Badger. You know what I'm gonna come back in?
What's that?
Spider-Man.
Good Lord. Look, 508. I'm gonna read some of the comments that's going on TikTok. Oh, you know, they I think they're loving this conversation almost as much as we are, and I appreciate that. Right. It's a relationship, not a competition. I'm trying what's that? Feline said it's a relationship, right? It's a relationship, not a competition. And a person said it don't take, oh Lord, it don't take all of that for real men. Just bring yourself. Now, and there's a couple of more comments. I'm gonna read them as well. But right now, I want to go to Cookie. And Cookie, this person said, it don't take all of that. Just for a real man, just bring yourself. Just come here. Just touch me on the arm a certain way. And I know what if you touch me on the arm a certain way, I know what I know what time it is at that moment. And they're saying they don't have to do all that, the lingerie, the air, the aroma, the fragrance, the candles. And say don't take all that. Just touch me on the arm a certain way. And the mood is set. Do you agree with that?
Listen, when I was a kid, my daddy had a Grand Prix,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a big engine.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever he would go somewhere during the winter, he would go outside and crank the car up and come back in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I would ask him, "Why do you always do that?" He said, "This is a big car,
Mm-hmm.
nice machine,
Mm-hmm.
made of iron.
Yeah.
It has to warm up
Mm.
in order to get the full performance.
I hear you, girl.
Got to warm up."
Mm-hmm. She going
So
somewhere.
for the other people, maybe a touch on the arm, maybe that does it for you. But every now and then, I like to have my engine primed and ready so I can get
I hear you, girl.
Lord.
A 455, you can't just get in it and go.
Yeah. You have all kind of clicking and
See,
clanking and all
somebody
kind of
know what I'm talking about.
yeah. There'll be a clinking and clanking and everything. And Feline say warm her up. Yeah, and and that's it. Sometimes it take a I'm trying to think that I want to take that turn or not. I don't think I'm gonna take that turn, not just yet. Yeah, man. Yeah. Badger, talk to me, Badger. Does it take all of that? Is it necessary? Do you have to have it? And I know you said that you don't, but is it
Mm-mm.
necessary in the relationship? Can it spark something in the relationship to take it to another level?
Not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
How would you view it, Badger, if you walked in and it's one evening, you've been out, doing whatever you're doing and everything, you come home and the kids are gone, and there's a certain you open the door and there's a certain fragrance in there, and you're like, man, hold on, whoa, oh, that does smell good, and you walk into this existence. You walk into this existence, and she had the music in the background playing real soft, real nice and low and stuff like that, setting that tone. And you walk into that room, Badger, and you see her standing there, and she's looking. That's your wife. She's looking beautiful. Got the lingerie and all that stuff on, man. And look at, not only that, Badger, she don't went so far. She got a little rose in her mouth. She biting on a rose, biting on the stem, and she look at you, and you look at her, and y'all connect eyes. What does that moment mean to you?
if something like that happened,
Yeah. Uh-oh.
huh? Well, I guess to the bedroom we go, I suppose.
Mm.
Like it should,
But see,
that can happen without all that.
but see, but see, Badger. See, hold on. You say to the bedroom we go. Um, there have to be, I think, and I could be totally wrong because TikTok said I don't need all of that. Just I just got to know what I'm working with is what they said. But listen, my thing is, if you're going to go, if that, I think you missed a lot of steps there. If y'all go straight to the bedroom, I think you've missed a lot of steps. I think you've missed a whole lot of steps because um there's a whole lot of things that should happen in between that. The time you walk
Well,
into in between the time you now that's the end goal, quote unquote, the end goal, maybe to make it to the bedroom and y'all have a grown folk moment together. But I think there should be other steps that needs to be taken before you get to the final goal. I don't think you should just go. It's like if you're playing watch this. You playing a game of football. You down on you down on the 1 yard line. Now you could get out there, have your quarterback out there and throw the ball up in the air and have somebody run out there and catch it and run a touchdown. You gonna score the same points. But if you have the running play and you strategically make your way down that field until you get to the touchdown, until you score that touchdown, I think that would mean a little more. But that's just me talking. I'm silly.
so
I'm silly like that.
um, there's a really awesome book that exists called
Mm-hmm.
Karma Sutra.
Mm-hmm.
Can teach a lot of things, and I, see these especially conversations like that. Learning about love languages, learning about Karma Sutra, learning what to say and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Every day is kind of like doing that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
but without all that fancy stuff.
Yeah, but I don't want you to miss or ignore. I was gonna say something else, or ignore the fact that she put in all this effort to make this a special moment for you two. And I don't want that to be missed in what we're talking about, because if she went to this level, if she did all this stuff, she put time, effort, thought, and consideration. She put a lot of things into this to make it a special evening for you, and for you to just say, "Oh, baby, this is beautiful. Let's go to the room." Oh, yeah.
So,
Cookie.
Raheem, could I
Yes,
could I try to
I was coming. I was
could I
good.
try to help?
I was coming to you. I sure was. There you go. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, so what if you owned a Corvette?
Mm-hmm.
A Corvette is a powerful car.
Yes.
When people talk about the power that it has and the performance of the Corvette. But what if the whole 5 years you had this Corvette, all you ever did was drive it around the subdivision?
Mm.
You pull into your driveway and your neighbors say, "That's a beautiful machine." And you say, "Yeah, it's a beautiful machine. It's
Mm-hmm.
a powerful car. It does A, B, C, and D."
Mm-hmm.
How do you really know what the Corvette is capable of if you never put it on the interstate? How can you ever really feel the power up under the hood? How can you ever really know the smooth way that it handles, how it can hug a turn at 60 miles an hour if all you ever do is drop it in the subdivision?
So
You haven't allowed the Corvette to reach the fullness of its potential.
you didn't let that Corvette be a Corvette. Say it. Tucson, talk to me. Tucson, you over there smiling, man. I'm wondering about you.
I'm grinning because you know what? When she first came on, I thought she was about 20, 25, 30, something like that. I'm still, that's not my business. Never ask a woman her age.
Yeah.
But she either has been around a wise woman or wisdom somewhere.
Some seeds was planted, huh?
You don't get this off the internet, sir. Because this analogy right here is sharp as a tick.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this is top shelf because
yeah.
I used to have a deuce and a quarter. 455.
Come on. Big motor, big body.
And when I first got it, nice car. And you get in it and you turn the key, zoom, and it lope for a while. And you listen and you got to go around and you got to listen to the pipes. I just admire it. But when you're going around the block, that's fine. But man, when you get that thing on the highway,
come on.
Then you get to a certain speed, and right here, that thing start whistling. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, you know you're doing something then.
So when you're talking about relationships, you wonder if you want. I think we fail when we don't take our relationships to its full potential. I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
We just ride around the block for 20 years. And then we get a culture shock, and we don't realize that all these years you had more under the hood.
Yeah. Untouched.
Lord have mercy.
And then somebody else come along and buy that very car and appreciate all that car has to offer.
I'm going to change my spark plugs.
508-924-3521 508-924-3521. Get ready to go to Curtis. We got Curtis with us, but I'm gonna read some more of what's going on TikTok. Dr. I'm trying to read the name is a little ways away from me. Calhoun, I think that's what that says. Says, we are not cars. I'm just gonna touch him in the right spot, and then it's on all night. And then Fallon said, we can bring out things in each other by virtue of being ourselves. But are you really being your absolute self if there are certain parts of you that have not been touched? If there are certain parts of your existence that you want to be touched, and maybe that's why the individual is presenting themselves in this way and doing these different things, because they know that they have not been touched to their full potential and they want to have that. And so they'll go to this length to acquire those things. Curtis, good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, what up, man? What's going on, family? How y'all doing? Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year to you as well, brother. This is Way Out Wednesday, so we're having grown folk talk. Now, Curtis, we're talking about lingerie, stilettos and things of that nature. Now, listen, you're a married man, and I'm not trying to get into your personal cut it out, man. I'm not trying to get into your personal business and stuff like that, man. But listen, if you come home one day in the evening and you walk and you open the door, you walk in, and you say, there's a certain fragrance in there, man. Oh, it smells so good in here, man. Oh, it smells good. What is this? And then you walk around the corner, and you when you turn the corner, there's rose petals all over the floor, leading you to the kitchen area, and another one leading to the bedroom. Okay, now you on there, you're looking there, and all that stuff is set, and there's a great meal. The music is playing. The atmosphere is just amazing. The atmosphere is just absolutely amazing. And then you see your wife, and she's wearing a nice. She has went out and purchased the lingerie and all this stuff going on. She even got a rose petal. Well, she's biting a rose petal, and she look at you, and y'all connect eyes. What we're talking about this morning, Kurt, is all that necessary, or how do you appreciate a moment like that? Because some people say, and I heard quite a few people saying all that stuff is not necessary. That's overkill. Is that overkill? If she's put in the effort to do all that stuff, how do you appreciate it, or do you appreciate it, Curtis?
You know what? Well, I don't know, man. This society is so grading. Like everything's a grade. Everything is a grade. Too much. No, that's not enough. How you appreciate that, man, is you treat that woman like you should get that every day. That's how you appreciate it. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'll be the first one to say, hey, man, I don't even know why you bought that, because that ain't gonna be on long. We might rip that up, girl. What you think? I hope you didn't spend a lot of money for this laundry. Oh God, boy, the questions you be asking, man. But yeah, sometimes I think that we can be so temperamental and judgmental that we don't even realize that. Like we don't even give the option or the time. Just say thank you. You know, just say thank you. Show some thanks. Show some gratitude. Show some gratitude for the effort. Because the truth be told, whoever it is, if it's a dude doing it for his lady, if it's a lady doing it for her dude, if it's a lady doing it for her lady, a dude doing it for his dude, whatever floats your boat, show some gratitude towards the attempt to just put a smile on your face, man, to be happy. That's one of the things that I'm telling myself for this new year, and it's not a resolution. I'm telling myself for this new year right here that I want to spend more time happy than I have ever spent in my life. I want to spend more of my time this year right here in a place of serenity and peace and well-being. Like, man, look, man, all that food, it's starting to get played out, man. It's costing too much emotionally. It's costing too much physically. Just enjoy your peoples, man. America, please, just enjoy your peoples. Whoever listening overseas somewhere, just enjoy the fact that you got what you got. If you can't enjoy it, let it go. That's just where I'm at right here. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be buzzkill, but man, if I come home, my old lady got it set up like that, brother. We going in. It's just that simple. We going in. I don't even know why she ran the rose petals all the way upstairs to the bedroom. Nah, we just going in. We just going in. We'll eat later. We going in, bro. Thank you, baby. Thank you for doing that for me.
Thank you. See, and that's the thing. Thank you for thinking enough of me to do this. Thank you for thinking enough of me to take your time to do something like this for me. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. And I'm gonna show you that I appreciate you. And every part of me is geared towards showing you how much I appreciate what you did for me. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cookie, talk
Absolutely. I heard a story. One of my dudes. This old lady did that, right?
Yeah.
The dude got an issue. He has an issue with roses. I never knew what that issue was, so I'm not going to push it. But he had an issue with roses. But him and the lady, they hadn't really been together long enough to where she could dive deep into that aspect of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was upset, man. Like he was upset. And he hit me and he like, yo, I get that. Like, man, if you don't get that, man, if you don't get off my phone with that
Yeah.
foolishness, man, push him to the side.
Yeah.
Push him to the side.
Mm-hmm.
We make the head or something, you know what I mean? But like, yo, man, this world, man, we gotta learn to appreciate people more, man. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Exactly.
We
Exactly.
just gotta learn to appreciate people more.
Wow. Wow. Good deal. Tucson, talk to me, brother. Love the cup too, man.
Yeah, I went and get me some coffee. Yeah, see
Yes.
that?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. That's,
I need
that's
an updated cup and a
we get you one.
t-shirt. And a
We,
t-shirt.
we got the tumblers now too. You need a tumbler. I'll show you the tumblers.
I
We got
don't
them.
wear the hat.
Okay.
I don't wear a hat. It
There you
it,
go.
it takes away my hair. You know what? Let me put my cup down. But when I heard a few comments,
Mm-hmm.
I thought about when sometimes when we are dating or trying to get into a relationship, all of that is good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if even if you're not intimate, all of that, dress up, flowers, all of that, we do all of that trying to get the person.
Yeah.
We got our game on all the time. Every time we meet, every date, every time we go to the movies, boy, you got your shoes on, you got this, you got, you know, you do the barbershop and all that kind of stuff, and you fix yourself up, you get
Yeah.
stuff, other kind of, and then when you get them, your game is gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when we was talking about, and I don't mean no harm, but I'm just responding to the response. We are not cars. We already know that.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: we're making um, making a trying to place this thing to try to make a point.
Yes. Drawing a picture.
As just thank you. We're drawing a picture.
Mm-hmm.
But see, we value material things like that. But when it comes to people,
Mm.
we don't do that. Especially when the people that we try to get, we get them, and then the dating and the communicating and the courting and the romance ceases.
Mm-hmm.
Time you get that ring on their finger, if
Wow.
that's what if that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because some people stay in relationships for 10, 15 years and they don't never marry.
Mm-hmm.
They get the cow for free.
Mm. Wow.
Anyway,
And,
but
and,
what
and,
I'm
and they
saying,
do.
and what I'm saying is that same effort should be in that when that happens, when you finally get that person home, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe you should try it after 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Put your game back on.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Good morning, man.
you know that's why sometimes other things happen that shouldn't happen in the relationship because
Mm-hmm.
the fire is gone.
Yeah. You let the spark burn out.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
looking at another car lot
Mm-hmm. And not
because
appreciating.
you don't do enough at home
Mm-hmm.
to realize that you got a good car that's lasting.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with that
And
car.
you done took it around the block, you done took it down the highway, and all of a sudden now you all you want to do is put the cow out the pasture or the horse. That don't make no sense.
He
So
said,
so
cow or the
so
horse.
Raheem, I'm just saying that I think that we should, those that are married or in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
keep the fire going.
Yeah. Yeah. And they said, and on TikTok, they say, stroke the fire every day.
Yeah, I
Every
mean
day.
you have to. I
Yeah.
mean, don't let the fire go out. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look, you ever heard if you don't use it, if you don't lose it, if you don't use it, you'll lose it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
why some of them young boys doing them blue pills. I
And
believe that right there.
everything will spoil if you don't use it. It'll spoil.
You heard what I said. You ignored what I said. You ignored what I said, Raheem.
No, I didn't know you, man.
I'm gonna stick it there. I'm gonna stick it there because why in the world? I mean, I don't understand. What y'all done all of y'all young years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're young already. And Curtis, what's wrong with them? They not even 50, and they got a drawer full of blue pills.
Mm. Mm. That's a whole different conversation there, Tucson. That's a whole
Yeah,
different.
no, it's the same conversation, right? It's the same conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm just saying, if you have the fire in a relationship, you do things to make things work. You don't alter it. We own everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad. Everything is a prescription. That's so sad.
Dr. Calhoun said, I'm gonna try to read it from across the room here. Y'all bear with me
Mhm.
for a second. But and we're gonna go to Cassandra because I definitely want to hear what Cassandra got to say this morning.
Me
But
too.
yes, yes. Dr. Calhoun said, them kind of women to be trying too much. I'm talking to mine, and he gonna do the same that all we need. Okay. I kind of, I read exactly what it said. I'm not really clear on that. The phone lines are open. Give us a call, 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. We're talking about lingerie, stilettos. I hope I said it right that time, and all the other things. And if a person to the go the distance to make an amazing opportunity, amazing evening for you. They have the rose petals. The room is set. The atmosphere in the room is set. The aroma is good. Candles and rose petals on the floor. A great meal. Music in the back. The perfect music is in the background. How do you appreciate that? You walk into this. How do you appreciate that? Or are they doing too much? Cassandra, what do you say to that? How do you appreciate a moment like that? A person that put this much effort into creating this atmosphere for you. And then to have somebody to come home and say, I don't know why you did all that. That's too much. How much you spend on that lingerie? They can't even say lingerie. That lingerie. And all this food, man, you want to, we didn't have that in the refrigerator. You went and bought more food? Why you do all that? What is wrong with you? Cassandra, first, good morning. How are you doing this morning? And how should a moment like that be appreciated? Or should it be appreciated? Or is it too much?
Good morning.
Huh?
Are we talking married people or single people?
Let because of where we are,
Are we talking married people or single people?
because we're on the platform that we're on, let's say married people.
Good. Well, if it's married people, it should be appreciated because that means that obviously she wants to make sure that he's satisfied and doesn't have a reason to stray. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there are even scriptures that talk about the with the virtuous woman talks about how she takes care of handles business, but when you talking about in the romantic area, uh, everything that each one does to make that good, make it exciting, should be appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've told the story. I was big on that when I was married. I was big on that, and
Mm-hmm.
I taught relationships, so I taught women to be big on that.
Mm-hmm.
And but I think I've told this story before. One night I set it up and had the rose petals and made a great dinner and had the see-through lingerie on. And he called and said, "Hey, I'm about 15 minutes out. I'll be home in a few minutes." So, I
I remember
heard the
this
car
story.
pull up or the truck pull up to the house. So I go to the front door and I'm posing at the door, all sexy and ready. And when I opened the door, his business partner was standing behind him. I slammed the door and screamed, and and ran, and I was so embarrassed. And he was like, "Baby, it's." He didn't see anything. I was like, "Oh yeah, he saw something."
He saw everything. He
He
saw
must have saw
everything.
something. Yeah, he saw something. He was like, "No, no, still I didn't see it. Yeah, you saw something, bro. You was standing right behind him, coming the door." But it's things like that that I think that women need to do to and men. It
Hmm.
shouldn't even be just one
Yes,
sided.
exactly,
They
exactly.
should know how to do romantic stuff. And my ex husband, the one thing I could tell you that I loved about him, he was very spontaneous,
Hmm.
and he tried to keep things alive, because I remember he would like call me at school, and say, "Hey, um meet me at the airport, as go home, get a bag, meet me at the airport at 7 or
Hmm.
something."
Hmm.
And we'd fly out somewhere for the weekend. I mean, just that type of stuff, just
Yeah.
keeping it alive, whatever
Hmm.
you can do to keep it alive. I think and I don't think it's too much. I think when someone loves and wants to make sure that the other person is happy, there's nothing wrong with that. What
Yeah.
is too much when you
Hmm.
showing your person that you love them? You
Hmm.
showing your man or your woman that you love them.
But
I
Cassandra,
don't think it's ever too much.
what do you do in a situation like that? And we're gonna go to Cookie after you. But what do you do in a situation like that? Whereas one person is super romantic and the other one just they just not. They just not. They look at it as a waste of time. You shouldn't do all that. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, and all you have to do is just let me know. If you want me to tell you a certain thing, just let me know. Just tell me. Hey, we ain't got to go through all this stuff. Who gonna clean this house up after all this stuff is over? And they're just not. And I'm asking as a question, asking because I love the romance. I love that part and that stuff. I love that. But
Yeah, I
as the
love romance.
as the
I,
question asker,
uh,
but as the question
yeah.
asker, Cassandra, what do you do when one person is super romantic and the other person is not?
Well, you can't really do anything about it. You can only present, and then they either accept or reject. Now because you can't make a grown person, you know, be romantic.
Mm-hmm.
You can do what you can to help them along, but if a person just does not want that, it's nothing you can do,
Yeah.
because it has to be their free will to wanna. He doesn't have to match me,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm hoping that he loves me enough that he wants to know what makes me happy as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
We when you're in a loving relationship, each person should be trying to constantly learn what are triggers in the
Mm-hmm.
negative, and what are things that make that person happy, because it's all about us pleasing each other,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that each other are good in the
Mm-hmm.
relationship. So I don't, you can't make a person, because if they ain't romantic, they just ain't romantic.
Yeah.
But you can sort of try to help them along. But
Mm-hmm.
it's up to them whether it's something that they desire or not. That's even when I teach relationships. That's what I think. You can't make nobody.
Yeah.
No, no. You
Exactly.
can help them along, but you can't
Mm-hmm.
make them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. How they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You gotta if you don't,
That's it. Can't
yeah,
make them drink.
can't make him drink. And let me go to Cookie. Cookie, I'm gonna ask you this question. If in a situation like that, one person is super romantic and love that. They live for stuff like this, but the other person is not. I had a conversation with somebody, a young lady actually, quite a few years ago, and she was in something like this. And she said that she just she was a giver, love, and loved the idea of love, and she was a giver in that way, but she said the person that she was dealing with just wasn't the same. They just didn't, it didn't match up. It didn't line up. And I asked her a question. I say, is he love? Is he giving you all that he have though? And then she said, and she said, yeah, I think he's giving me all, but it's not enough. It's not enough. So if a person is giving you all that they have, and if it doesn't line up or match what you want or what you're used to, is that cause to maybe go in a different direction, or how do you handle that? Now they give you all they got. They don't have any more to give you, but it's still not enough. How do you deal with that?
I think that first you have to be honest with yourself. You need to make sure that when you're doing the choosing, that you choose someone who at least, meets the majority of your needs.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's seldom that 3, 4, 10 years in that you discover the person to be a mismatch.
Mm-hmm.
Usually there's a sign early on and we ignore it. I would say though that love covers a multitude of sin, but
Mm-hmm.
love also covers a multitude of deficiency.
Mm-hmm.
If you are
Wow.
with someone who is kind, who is tender, who is attentive, who is a provider, who is a gentleman, a nice person, and this is the only problem you have, I would find a way to make do because
Mm.
life could certainly be worse. But I would also say, conversely, on the other side, for the
Is
for
is
the
that
gentleman,
is that compromise? Is that oh, you speaking compromise? Is that you compromising a piece or part of yourself that you feel as though you need just because of the fact that you have this person that's a good person, but they just don't match up. So is that a compromise?
see, I don't like the word compromise. I prefer the word collaboration.
Mm.
I believe that you make whatever adjustment is necessary if this is a relationship that you want. So let me give you a different example. The same two people, who one didn't seem to be, into the romantic element. You have to find something that he likes. For example, let's say people who generally like football and the Dallas Cowboys,
Mm.
usually Cowboy fans are fanatics.
Yeah.
Most of them. There's
Nuts.
no there's no lukewarm with Cowboy fans.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do is take the things that he likes. I would buy myself a Cowboys jersey, put that jersey on with some nice lotion. I'd buy myself a football, and when his game is over, instead of the lingerie, here we are, me in my high heels and in a jersey. Make it appealing to him in the way that he likes. If I got to change the comforter to a Dallas Cowboy comforter, I could do that as well.
Mm.
It's about we have to learn to be accommodating. I mean, I am a lover of basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and I have always loved basketball. That is a way for you to bond with, with men in general. But when I got married, he liked football. So, in order to understand his world, in order to be able to better integrate myself, I learned football.
Mm-hmm.
I love the joy that he got from seeing his team, win and make it to the playoffs or
Mm-hmm.
all of that goodness. And I began to like it as well. That it's collaboration. You have to find ways to infuse yourself into his life the same way he does into yours. And as women, oftentimes we try harder because men are sometimes people of fewer words. They don't always have the emotional awareness that women have. So you put forth the effort. I've never seen a case. Let me give you a different example. So we're talking about lingerie or whatever. But let's take a different example. Let's say that each of you gentlemen, you have had a hard week. You came home Monday, you complained about some stress you had at work. You came home Wednesday, you had a headache, your back ached or whatever because you got this project you're working on and nothing is going correct. Thursday, when you come home, there is your woman at the door, and she has a towel thrown over her arm. She says to you, "Good evening, sir. Your accommodations have been prepared for you." She takes you into the bathroom where she undresses you. You have your bubble bath, and not just a bubble bath. She washes your hair for you.
Mm.
She massages you. She bathes you. She puts the towel into the dryer so that when you get out the tub, the towel is warm and comforting to you. You lay down.
Mm-hmm.
She oils your entire body, gives you a massage, and you fall asleep. My point is this. I think that all of us, if we learn, everybody wasn't raised the same way. But usually when you show people kindness,
Mm-hmm.
attention, and tenderness,
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes you help them become comfortable with it. Because oftentimes men haven't been in situations where they can be completely vulnerable. So as a
Mm-hmm.
partner, you can help him along in that. And what happens is he becomes accustomed to it and he becomes a giver of it himself. Because after he gets the massage, one day out of nowhere, he decides, let me give you a massage in return.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Our problem is we don't infuse enough humility into our relationships. Everybody expects everybody to come ready made and already trained. No, life has broken many of us in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
Your job as the partner is to help them, help put them back together and become the best version of themselves. The part that's now, maybe not the 20-year-old self, maybe not the 30-year-old self, but now that you're at 35, let me help you get back to the best version of you and your 35-year-old self.
Mm-hmm. Humpty
That's
Dump.
what a relationship is, helping them become their best self.
Good deal.
And together you become the best couple that you can be.
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king horses and all the king men, they couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together. But I think the Humpty Dumpty woman would have been able to put Humpty Dumpty back together. I believe his woman would have been able to put Humpty Dumpty back together because she know Humpty. She know. Anyway, let me go to TikTok and Dr. Calhoun. Dr. Calhoun is very interesting. If you're available, give us a call 508-924-3521. But Dr. Calhoun said this. Okay, all you need to do is know how to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everything else is in place. Dr. Calhoun said, all you need to, he said, I'm a lover of cooking, and the man is hungry and his own. Okay. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Badger, talk to me. Kurt, coming to you next, brother.
Well, it's starting to seem like it just depends on the relationship. And there should be enough communication to know if that's something for your spouse or not.
A lot of time, communication is the part that's missing in a relationship, though, Badger. A lot of times.
I know. I hear about that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That just really isn't an issue with ours, with mine. So, because I learned how important that was very early, and just constantly work on it every day. That's what I was mentioning about the love languages and what are things that could get her in the mood. Uh, by the time by the time the kids go to bed, that kind of stuff. So, but I have a question for Cookie.
Okay. What's your question?
What about a man that is very simple and his joy of life is pretty much everything to do with spirituality?
Cookie, would you like to address that?
I'm happy to do so, but I don't understand the question. He's saying, what about? Can you elaborate, sir?
So you said the thing about the Cowboys and all that kind of stuff. What about a male that pretty much just finds joy in living in the spiritual, just life?
Well, first, I would say you. I'm sorry. Were you finished? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
I apologize for that.
Okay, so let me say this. I want to be very clear. I don't want it to seem as though anything we put on the table is less than spiritual, sir. As our host has said, these are people who are married, and this is what goes on in these marriages. So none of it is less than spiritual. After having said that, remember I gave the example of you had a rough week at work. And to help you, ease your stress and to help you relax, she gave you a bath. I would think that the bath, it would it's applicable in nearly any situation. No matter how simple the man is, we all bathe, do we not?
Yes.
To
Hopefully.
have someone tend to you with that level of attentiveness and tenderness, I would think that that would be appropriate in any marriage. Everybody needs attention. Sometimes you need a back rub. Sometimes you need a massage. Sometimes you just need somebody to hold your head in their lap while you watch TV. We need to get back to that kind of tenderness. A marriage is not an adversarial situation. It is two people who are together trying to become a team. And it's that team against everything else, every obstacle, every person, every other situation. You have to rely on each other. And that means that sometimes you have to refuel each other. with tenderness, with kindness. You have to be the support for each other. So for me, if you're talking about simple, I think the bath is simple. But what I would do is I would simply ask you, what is it that would make you feel safe? What is it that would make you feel loved by me? What can I do for you in this moment? Once I learn those things, I'm happy to do them for you. Let us not also delude ourselves into thinking that everything happens every day, because it does not. These days that we do the lingerie, the days that we do the jersey and the high heels, those days are maybe every 3 months, maybe every, I don't know, holiday, birthday, anniversary. What, they don't happen all the time, but when they do, let us open our hearts, you know, put aside everything that troubles us and fulfill that moment. Make yourself a memory with your partner. Don't overthink it. Allow yourself to embrace it. And then you can reflect upon it with a smile later. I promise you, your reward will always exceed your investment.
Good
Oh,
deal.
she dead right. She dead right. She dead right.
Go ahead, Kurt.
It ain't no if. I'm gonna tell you. Look, I'm gonna go ahead on and share and be transparent, right? I'm married today because my wife did something spiritually that she didn't even know she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And as a member of the higher fraternal order, it spiritually took me like, hey, hold on, no, no, this one got to stay, brother. This one got to stay. So I had taken a job as a contract, not realizing how much time I was going to spend on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
But I took it as a contract, one, as a favor to a friend of mine to help him get out this conundrum he was in. And two, it was paying decent money. But I didn't realize how much I was going to be on my feet. Everybody that know me on this panel, y'all know that, as a result of military injuries and combat, stuff like that, my knees and, you know what I mean, like my bone structure is jammed up.
Mm-hmm.
So I came home and I could barely walk in the house. She literally had to come out and help me up the stairs, help me to the room. Now I'm the cook in my house. I could not cook. I couldn't do nothing. So the night proceeded on. I ain't gonna go in betweens, but the night proceeded on, and you know, she washed me up because I couldn't even get in the tub. She washed me up, and as I'm laying there, she started massaging my feet.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't the most powerful part of what happened. When I woke up that next morning at 5 a.m., guess where she was asleep at, right?
What's that?
She was sleeping at my feet.
Mm. Mm.
Literally sleeping at my feet.
Mm.
And I was reminded when I woke up and I looked, you know what I mean? We all in relationships. You wake up, you look over, you looking at the pillow because you really trust where my baby at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she wasn't there. I'm like, hold on. And I realized, oh, she's laying at my feet. And it spiritually took me to uh, the scripture that talk about when uh, when Ruth, not Ruth, Naomi, one of them, y'all, I'm a little flustered
Esther.
right now, laid at Boaz's feet, washed his feet, and laid at his feet. It physically took me to the scripture of when the disciples came in the room and Jesus made them take their sandals off and washed all of their feet. I literally went there and it literally let me know, okay, hold on, brother. Irregardless to how you may feel at any given time when y'all have disagreements, arguments, whatever the case may be, you got a different type of woman right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
She didn't even realize the spiritual implications of what she had did until that weekend came and I explained it because I had to, then I had to do something nice in return because I had to pay that forward. Not only that, I had to acknowledge, no, like what you did, you don't even realize what you did.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't. She in her culture, I guess that's just something that they would do.
Mm-hmm.
But when I explained it, she was like, "Wow!" She started crying. She was like, "Well, hey, I just saw that you was having a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You ain't got much longer to go with this contract. I'm gonna do what I need to do to help you get through this contract."
Yeah.
So she absolutely right, man. That when it comes down to the spiritual, it's not a matter of her standing there holding a scripture past, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And God said no. It's certain things that she can do that will remind you that you know what, my baby is spiritually solid, and she has just brought me closer to the spirit for which I want to exist.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Cassandra, speak on that. Cassandra, talk to me. What's on your heart? Cassandra?
Did you say me?
Yes.
Yes.
What's on your heart?
Uh,
What's on your heart, sis? Talk to me.
I mean, I love what everyone is saying. I think we have the blueprint. The young lady gave a great scenario of what we should do and what works. So I think the blueprint has been laid. It's just if that person will come on board. That's really what it is. You
Mm-hmm.
have to have people that are willing to uh, to receive what you have to give, and some people aren't. Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a- as a counselor, I think I've said this a few times in the last few months. I have right now 4 women that I'm counseling that their husbands won't make love to them. Period. Dot dot.
Wow.
And 2 of them will give no explanation. They just, and it's been months, and one it's been over a year.
Mm-mm.
And these women love God and they love their mates, but you have to make some decisions. You have to tell me something because having sex, making love,
Mm-hmm.
is a spiritual act between 2 people. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, married people.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual thing. So I don't know. You know, it has to be 2 people willing, because
Mm-hmm.
you can't abstain from me one of the things that are an important part of your marriage. If you're sick, let's go to the doctor. If it's mental, let's go to a counselor. Whatever the problem is, we need to talk about it and try to figure it out. But you can't hold for me
Excuse me.
something that is so precious in a
Mm-hmm.
marriage.
Yeah.
So, I'll leave that right there.
And that's mm, I'm not even gonna touch it. I'm not, because there's so many different things I can say on that part of it, man. And wow. And it's been over a year. Mm, mm.
Raheem, it has been over a year, and this sister is like at her wits' end. She's asked him, "Is it something physical? Can we go to the doctor?" He has refused to go to the doctor. Whatever,
So
he
she's
tells
wanting.
her all kinds of stuff,
So she's
but
wanting
no
to,
sex,
but
no sex
but
over a year.
and she is wanting to. It's just that he is not.
She,
Um.
of course, yeah.
Mm,
Listen, most women in marriage want sex. I'm sorry. I'm
mm-hmm.
single and I want sex, but I won't do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I won't do it. But yeah, she wants it. I mean,
Yeah.
you desire your mate.
Yeah.
You should desire them, or you shouldn't be with them. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't desire to be physically intimate with your mate, why are you with them? I mean, that's a part. That's not the whole thing, but that's a part of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So the covenant relationship that you made. So I feel so bad for these women, and I would never, and I have never in all my years of counseling, I've never told a woman to leave her husband or even suggest that she leaves her husband, unless, excuse me, unless it's abusive. If it's physically abusive, oh yeah, y'all need to separate, and until he either decides he's not gonna, but you know how I feel about that,
Yeah.
so we're not gonna go there. But yeah, that right there, it hurts me to see women going through that, or even if it's a man. I've never had a man to tell me that his wife didn't want to have sex, but I've had a lot of women to tell me that their husbands didn't want to.
And see, what I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm gonna move on. What wrong with him? What wrong with him? You know, man. You don't. You woman trying to get you some of that nookie. You know, Tucson. What's wrong with him?
He's sick of her.
What?
No, I'm serious. Sick of her.
Are you sick of her?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me. I put it in the comment. You see it?
Let me see.
There are
Hold
some
on.
people. Okay.
Go ahead.
There are some people that ruin their marriage by being super spiritual. All they want to do is be this good, wholesome, mighty woman, a man of God, and they just want to preach and teach to the world and minister to everybody. And they always doing this, and they always going and serving the Lord till I die. And their marriage dying, and they missed it when it was hurting. And he says, or she says, honey, I need some time. We need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk. And you keep on going, serving God, worshiping, praising, hallelujah, speaking in tongues, and all of this and that and other. And you miss what you missed was now he's sick of you. Talking about that pastor and what Rev want and this, and you go on with that. Go on. And he don't. Let me say this. He don't have to be cheating. She don't have to be cheating.
Wow.
He might not want you or nobody else because you missed it. You missed it. I mean, there's a world full of people like that. I'm sorry. You wonder why there are so many people that they love God, but they can't get nobody because you spend so much time being spiritual in this physical world.
Wow.
I might be totally wrong. But there are some good people. I almost said men and women that they had a fiery relationship, and all of a sudden their mate came back saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost, and they ain't intimate no more.
Cut it off.
Now the tables have turned, and he's sick of you.
Wow.
You ever thought about that?
That could be it. That could very well be it. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Raheem, because I observe people, especially in the church, and everybody running to the pulpit now. Everybody's called to something. I'm sick of called people. Everybody is something. They got a title. Their name ain't Jane no more. You can't cook it. They can't call you Cookie. They can't call you Cassandra, but they call you prophetess and bishop and people sick of you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's just something I want to put on the table, because when we talk about suffering, we possibly are talking about suffering in relationships or something to enhance your relationship. Well, you living as you are single, loving God, but you're not. You have a companion. And your companion, even the scripture tells you that you before you go to fasting and praying and spending time in solitude with God, did you talk to your husband? Did y'all come in and communicate that thing before you went on?
Some will say, some will say to son that I ain't gotta have a conversation with you about how I deal with my God. I
Okay,
ain't gotta
all right.
talk to you. You
Okay,
you
I'm
my
just saying.
husband or you my wife, but that's my
Again,
God.
I don't have to be right,
Mm-hmm.
but take a step back up some time,
Mm-hmm.
and see when did it change.
Mm.
And then some people say, "Well, no, I ain't gonna let nobody come between me and my God."
Yeah. Yeah.
You married.
Mm-hmm.
You are married,
Mm-hmm.
and you might need to rethink that thing, which you'll
Mm-hmm.
hold it in thyself. Because
Wow.
some people become so heavenly minded that they are absolutely no earthly good.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Hey, you might got a point there. Toy, you with a T. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? How you doing, Tucson? You all right this morning, chocolate drop? Yeah, yeah.
I'm waiting on you, Tanya, because I know what you finna. No, I don't know what you finna say, but I just wanted to put that out there. You go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, chocolate drop. Thank you.
Oh, you.
Uh, uh, throw that topic back at me one more time. I came in on the I gotta talk to my spouse before I can go in the closet and be with the Lord.
No, no, no. Well, the conversation before you came was we was talking about lingerie, and we painted a picture.
Okay.
Um, Toya, and I'm gonna paint this picture. You have done this for your significant other. Okay, you
Sure about
nah, no, no.
that?
I'm gonna let you have I'm gonna let you handle it how you handle it. But my thing is that you painted a picture. You
Right.
they walk into the house, and the lights are down low. There's a aroma. You set the aroma. There's rose petals on the floor, music in the background. You cooked a great meal, an incredible meal. Rose petals, like I said, in the floor, leading to the kitchen table, and then it's leading to the bedroom. You've done all this. Everything is perfect. And the person turn and look at you, and you're standing there with a very nice lingerie on, and you have a rose in your mouth, and the mood the mood,
Clary.
the mood is set. The mood is set. And they look at you.
We don't do roses, we twerk, but okay.
They look at you and they say, what you do all this for? What all this stuff on the floor and all these candles? You gonna burn the house down? What is wrong with you? And what you cook? You went to the
Yeah,
store and bought some more food. We got food in the fridge in the freezer. What is
yeah,
wrong with
yeah,
you? And
yeah.
should it be appreciated? Is it appreciated? Or how
Look,
would you respond in a situation like that, Toya?
and that has happened to me in my life, and I was young.
Wow.
I was young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Didn't have on no lingerie, let alone a piece of it. But yeah, just walked on past. He walked on past. He looked in the kitchen. He walked on past.
Wow. Wow.
He went to the shower. He got all showered. I had the blanket on the floor. I had all his favorite foods. I had a little poem. I had little candies. I had the whole shebang. And that baby, he was just, I mean, we was like 20, God, 23, 24. And he was a lot less experienced than me.
Mm-hmm.
I chalked it up to that because he was a very just shy, laid back. You know what I mean? He hadn't been with but probably two females before me. A lot of things he had not done. So, in that early age, I don't think he knew that he should have appreciated something like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I think now in our 40s, with all the work that a man has done to take care of a woman, it'll be more appreciated than coming straight out the military at 24, 23. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I say in these 40s, though, I gotta get with Donald. I done got on his last nerve.
Mm.
I got your last nerve. See,
Yeah.
it's a couple of things, and I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know if it matters to my man how I look and how I'm built, but it matters to me. I gotta stay fine and sexy. That might be an issue. Don't nobody want nobody looking like Humpty Dumpty. I'm just being 100.
Used to
I
be
might have been Humpty Dumpty all this time, but sometimes Humpty Dumpty get cracked and need a break. You know what I mean? There are a couple of things that I think will make your significant other stray away. We're like dogs. We smell sits. We smell fear. We smell anxiousness. We smell if you weak, right? So when it comes to a relationship, yeah, if you in there cooking and he come and he walk past, you done got on his nerve. And you done been got on his nerve. Long time ago. Right? Because when you pay attention to your significant other, he didn't just act like that. Something has been dwindling downhill. Right? And then typically most people would like to say that when it's the man that they're cheating. But I would have to say that this day and time, I wrote in the chat, I went to the doctor yesterday, right? And he told me I'm going through menopause. At 46, I've been going through it like the last 10 years, but that's why it's been so easy for me not to want love for the last 3 or 4 years. So if it's not something medical, which, you know what I'm saying, we already know it's not natural, we need to figure it out. It's like somebody said earlier, it could be emotional, it could be mentally. So whatever it is, whatever the issue is, it can be worked out. That I know for sure, right? If you done got on a dude nerves, because he done had to take care of you 20 years, you ain't did nothing. Every day he came home, he had to clean up, you worked, he bought you everything. You halfway took care of kids. He come home, he cook, he clean, he do all that. I guess number 18, I'm tired of you too, no matter what you look like.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I think that there are a number of things that go on when it comes to that lack of intimacy between each other, and you got to be honest and acknowledge what it is. If it's not physical, it's mental. If it's not mental, it's emotional, and one of you two need to tighten up.
Wow. 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. And I'm going to ask the question because this is way out Wednesday. We jump all over the place. We don't have to stay in one place on Wednesdays, which is a beautiful thing. Curtis, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, Ryan.
Is though people are husband and wife and married, are they obligated? Are they obligated to have sex with their significant other? Are they obligated to have sex with their spouse?
Well, that depends on what parameters were set, brother. You know, I don't like to say nobody is obligated to physically be. No, I don't want to say that. That's almost like saying, I don't know, man. That just sounds too close to rape for me. Because I don't want you to have sex with me if you feel like you obligated to do so. I'm just going to keep it honest with you.
Yeah.
All right, but take care of yourself. I'm just going to keep it honest with you. If you feel like you obligated to have sex with me, no, man. That tells me you don't want to.
Wow.
You know, so I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that you're obligated, but I think you have a responsibility to tend to the other one's needs.
And if those needs and if those needs are not met, can you be pushing that person out in the arms of somebody else? Because some people say that. Some people go ahead.
No, you absolutely, you're right. You on point with where you at. That can happen. I have seen that happen.
Yeah.
You know, I've literally like seen that happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say that that's far fetched. It definitely can. It can make somebody, you know, walk the line, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Because most people don't know how to think. Most people would take that as, you don't want me. You see what I'm saying? And if any man or woman feel like they're not wanted, or feel like they're not needed, especially if you have a feeling like you're not needed, you will, in most cases, find someone or something that needs you more. You know, I believe that's a part of wanting to feel uh of wanting to feel loved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Wow, good deal. Let me go to Cassandra. Cassandra, what do you say to this? As a married couple, because you brought this to the table with the couple that you're dealing with, and it's been well over a year. Um, but as a husband and wife, should you feel, or is there an obligation that you fulfill your other significant others' needs sexually?
Okay, I'm just going to read this scripture, and we can take it however we want to, because we'll make it what we want it to be. The scripture says, this is 1 Corinthians 7:3-5. It says, "Do not deprive each other, except by mutual consent for a time, so that you may devote yourselves to prayer. Then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control."
Mm-hmm.
So it is there, it's biblical, and people can try to make it something else, but no. If you are married to that person,
Mm-hmm.
if you are not having sex with them, unless it's for some health reason or
Yes,
mental health reason, whether it's
absolutely.
physical or mental, unless it's for a reason like that, then you are uh, putting that person in a place where they may end up being tempted, because if you're not giving it to her, because one of the women literally said she's about on the verge of going to have an adulterous relationship, because she's like,
Wow.
I'm tired of asking him, I'm
Mm-hmm.
tired of pleading with him, you know I need my needs fulfilled, even
Mm-hmm.
if he feels like he doesn't need his. And I can't say, yeah, girl, go ahead and get yours. I can't say that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a choice that she'd have to make, but she should not be placed in that position.
Mm-hmm.
No couple should place each other in a position where they're being tempted, because you're not giving them any explanation.
Yeah, yeah. And it's been that
You're
long.
not giving them any explanation.
Woo.
What?
I say, and it's been that long, and you ain't telling them nothing. You just
Yeah,
saying
that's what
no.
I'm saying.
Woo. That that's wow. That's terrible. That
To me, that is torment. To me, that is torment to the person, whether it's a male or a female, for them to do that to the other one. It is not right. You
mm-hmm.
can't make it right. So you need to try to figure out what's wrong. Is it that you don't want the marriage anymore? Is it that you just don't want her? Then you need to tell her,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need out of this marriage. I
yeah,
mean, because if you don't want to have sex, period, with your wife, there is a problem.
yeah,
You don't need to be with her.
mm-hmm.
Y'all actually tormenting each other.
Yeah, yeah. And
I
that
would not tell them that, but I'm telling y'all that.
mm-hmm. Exactly. And I think that's what it is. I think you're actually abusing that person. And people look at see abuse is on so many different levels. And this to me, that's abuse because you're holding on.
That is abuse.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is.
Mm-hmm. Because you're holding on to this person, keeping them prisoner to you for what? Let them go, man. Let them go. If you don't want them, if you know have no interest in that person in that way, you know that person have their needs as well. That's so much. Badger, what's on your heart, brother?
Oh, I was listening to that, and I don't think this is part of the equation, but I'm just throwing it out there. But there are some that end up getting injured to a degree where they can't do it that often.
But that's physical though, and there's an explanation in that because it's physical.
Right.
Physically, they're not able to. But if there what Cassandra's talking about, there's no issues. There are no issues. It's just
Yeah.
a no.
Well, that's what I was saying. I didn't hear that as part of. I was just throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, e- for some of the listeners to also remember, if you're in a situation like that, that is not what Cassandra's talking about
Mm-hmm.
or what we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
because that's a whole different scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but no, like if both people are healthy physically and all that stuff, and all of a sudden there's no more attraction. And they do, either one of them do all the dress up stuff. They're doing everything they can. They're learning the love language and all that stuff, or they're choosing not to even put in the effort. There's a problem. Maybe they need to seek help, or it might be time to move on.
Wow.
But at least find out if it's a love thing, or if something's going on, because I know there's been I recently, about two months ago, I came across, I had a friend of mine, a female friend, and she was like upset and thought her husband was cheating on her and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, has he been to the doctor? And
Mm.
she's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, tell him to go to the doctor and get checked out. Come to find out, his toss
Testosterone.
yeah, levels and everything ended up low. I don't remember what the diagnosis they gave him was, and they gave him some medication, and it pretty much things went back to the way they were.
Mm-hmm.
But he got to an age where his libido just dropped, and he was spending time and everything. There was just no bedroom stuff.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It just wasn't there. So sometimes you can't just assume that that's what's going on, and that's why I like the comment of communicate, talk, talk about it. And some men can be very prideful about this, and I know women can be too. You know, where they might feel ashamed because they may want to, but things ain't working right, and all kinds of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but once again, like I said earlier, if it's 100% healthy on both sides, you still got to have the communication.
Good deal. Good deal.
Do what's right.
508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Are you obligated, if you're married, husband or wife, you're in a committed relationship, are you obligated to have sexual activity or to fulfill your partner's sexual desires? Cookie, what do you say to that?
Um, yes, I think that there's a measure of obligation, but I would come from this perspective though. Oftentimes we wait until we have a full blown outbreak of sorts in our marriage when everything falls apart. But usually, before that complete breakdown, there are signs that something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that throughout the marriage, remember you all were talking about daily, what has to be done every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, there should be some sort of reaffirmation of your devotion to your partner. Every day, there should be something as simple as, you ever had a pet,
Mm-hmm.
a little small house dog?
Yeah.
When you return from work at the end of the day, that house dog is at the door to greet you. And
Mm-hmm.
most people acknowledge their pet. They hug them, have those few little moments together, then go on about their day. Why not take that same 90 seconds that you give to your pet, give it to your partner? Every single day when you come in at the end of the workday, you find her, she finds you,
Hey,
and for
Cookie.
90 seconds you
Cookie.
reconnect in a hug.
Hey.
Nothing
Oh,
sexual
okay.
or
Okay.
anything. You hold her, she holds you. I promise you, whatever stressed her that day, you will eventually hear that sigh. That
Mm-hmm.
sigh lets you know she has unburdened herself of whatever bothers her. Over time, you'll find even yourself that as a man, you look forward to it because it is a reconnection. Every day, this person is letting you know, I choose you.
Mm-hmm.
When you have that kind of consistency in your closeness, Whenever a problem arises, you're better able to address it because you have that level of comfort and familiarity, that amount of safety that is required to share personal secrets, to share insecurities, all of that. Our problem is in our marriages, oftentimes we go about our days like roommates, passing each other in the house, sometimes not saying a word.
Mm-hmm.
The intimacy, the closeness, that bond is not always strong. And it is in those times that these problems creep in. So by the time that something goes wrong and intimacy is taken off the table, it's hard to go through the 50 things that led to this. But if you
Mm-hmm.
remain connected all the time, you're better able to see when a problem arises, and the person is more comfortable sharing with you whatever the source of the problem is.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
good.
I'll park my Grand Prix right there.
Good deal. Good deal. Toy, you want to talk to me now? Are you obligated as a husband and wife? Man, ain't talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife. Are you obligated to fulfill your spouse's sexual desires?
Pass. I pass. Skip. Pass me.
Okay. Tucson, talk to me.
What the heck you get married for?
Mm.
How in the world are we going to accomplish this fruitful and multiply thing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing it. And see, Paul says this is just some good advice. God didn't say it. Let me just throw it out there. Go look.
Mm-hmm.
Go look. Paul says, not the Lord, I.
Yes.
He's just giving some sound. This is a wise man that has had some experience. He wasn't married. But he's giving some advice to people that are evidently in the church that are considering fasting.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're married. And they have committed themselves to someone.
Mm-hmm.
If I commit myself to someone, I can't operate like a single person committed to God.
Mm-hmm.
A single person commit themselves to God, and they don't have to ask nobody. First of all, you're supposed to keep your legs closed, you dress up, dress down, and your pants up. Just keep it like that. You'll be good. But I'm talking about married folks.
Yeah.
If you married, and then you say no, and then you say no, I'm on my way to church. That's just mainly what I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
because I see it.
Mm.
And then they're spiritual. Well, boy, they got it. Boy, they just boy, you showed, man, you spoke that word. I heard you, man. You was on I saw you live, and boy, you just spoke that word, and that
Mm-hmm.
boy just gave me what I needed. But the problem is that their companion is in the other room,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants some time, or she wants some time,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you're not giving it to him
Mm-hmm.
because you have dedicated, or you have broken your vows with your companion,
Mm-hmm.
and you blame it on God.
Come
You a
on.
lie. You a lie. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just sorry. You lying. Stop it. You better
Mm-hmm.
stop it. If you don't stop it while you're getting warning signs,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna find out that he ain't gonna or she ain't gonna give you no more warning.
Mm.
There are some people that can, Cassandra, I'm just going to put your name out there, because there are some people that can remain celibate and not be involved. They just say no, because if it's not with a husband or wife, I'm just not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. But I have a husband or a wife, and they are dedicated to something. I don't care if it's your job. Every time you talk about it, I got to go to work. I got to put in some overtime. I'm trying to make a living for us. I'm trying to make it happen. I'm trying to get it, and I'm just trying to make you happy.
Yeah.
You better stop it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to achieve. And we'll, I don't want no children now, and I, if we do that, we might get pregnant. Okay, keep on, just keep on, follow that trail. If you follow that trail, you probably, if you got enough. Now, I don't mean to say it like this, but I'm gonna say it like this: if you got enough sense, you'll stop right where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Analyze your situation. Go back some more. Go back a little bit more, and go back to the point that he was or she was talking to you,
Okay.
and
Okay.
you stop having time, because everybody need that time, especially when you got a companion. And if it's I don't care if it's your children, like Cookie said, you petting the dog, but I don't get no pet. What? You gonna be in the dog house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
And it's just because the thing about it is Paul saying that you're burning, and
Mm-hmm.
it's better to marry than to burn.
Yeah.
But if you it's I hate to say obligated, but it's part of the contract.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
That's part
I
of the.
don't know.
Let's
It's
go to
part.
Cassandra. Let's go to
Help me,
Cassandra.
Cassandra. Help me, Cassandra.
Cassandra, talk to me. Is there are you obligated? Are you obligated as a husband and wife? We ain't talking about boyfriend and girlfriend now. Your husband and wife, what God has brought together, this man and this woman has God has brought you together. Are you obligated to fulfill your
I would use the word obligated. Yes.
mm-hmm,
You don't. I'm not talking about anybody being forceful or taking, but as a contract, yes. I believe, and I believe there's a verbal contract with the vows that we take to each other. So yes, in that instance, I would say obligated because it's contractual as far as I'm concerned, verbal. But yes, it's a contract.
mm-hmm,
You know, so everybody needs to play their part, do what they need to do to make the marriage what it needs to be, and regardless of how spiritual we are, there are parts that go to it, and it's just not about procreate. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, because then that'll be a whole nother argument, and it's just not about having sex for to multiply. It's a pleasure thing because even in Song of Solomon, you hear when he talks about her breasts, how beautiful her breasts are, and boom, 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 boom,
mm-hmm,
boom.
mm-hmm.
So it's not just for creating, procreating. It's about the attraction. It's about the way you feel oh Lord, it's about the way you feel when you
Ooh,
and your
brother.
mate make love. It's something beautiful. It's something so awesome
Mm-hmm.
that I don't understand why anybody in a marriage would not want to make love to their partner. I
Mm-hmm.
don't get it. It's something wrong, and you need to take care of it. I
And
don't care who
see,
you are. I don't care how deep or whatever you think you are. You need to make sure that each other are being satisfied.
and my question is, if you don't want to, how did you get to the point where you became husband and wife? How did you get to that point? Because you don't just meet somebody and say, oh, I'm gonna marry that person. There's a process, a road that's traveled for you to get to the point where one person acts and the other person says yes, and hopefully there's some love and different things involved in that that bring you two together. So how did you get to the point where you are now husband and wife, and all of a sudden the sexual part just stops? What happened?
Raheem, can I
Yes,
say something? Can I
yes,
can I throw this in?
absolutely.
Can we remember that the way that we marry people now, that's not biblically, that's not how it took place.
Mm-hmm.
People were put together through family, through parents or whatever. It wasn't just, ooh, I want to marry him. Most of the time they didn't even have a choice of who they married.
Mm-hmm.
The parents picked who they were going to marry. So now we have this thing where we get to choose. And I don't know, we make some
Not so wise.
what's the word?
Not
We
so
make some
wise.
jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we make some jacked up decisions on who we want to marry.
Mm-hmm.
We marry people for all kinds of reasons. It has nothing to do with love, with
Yeah.
God's will. It has nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
We He looked good.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got money. She got money. She built like a brick house. Woo woo woo. Whatever word term they use now. We use brick house in the 70s.
Yeah.
So all of these things now the factors are different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Biblically, those people had lifelong marriages.
Mm-hmm.
Lifelong marriages. So, we have to look at all of that. People choose who they want to be with, and that's okay, but they choose people for the wrong reasons now compared to back then.
Exactly.
Not everybody. Please.
Absolutely.
Not everybody.
Absolutely. And I gotta take this opportunity to do my shout out this morning. My mama's watching. Good morning, mama. Love you, dear. Love you dearly. I just want to thank you for watching this morning. And TikTok said, Dr. Calhoun said, maybe they just married for money, and now the money is slowing down. Wow. Kurt, talk to me, brother.
What do you mean? What is there to talk about?
Hey man, are you obligated? Are you obligated to fulfill your spouse's sexual desires and sexual needs?
Am I obligated to fulfill my spouse's sexual desires and sexual needs?
Yes.
I am morally obligated to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I am spirit obligated to do that. And I am by nature obligated to do that.
Mm-hmm.
This is just my opinion, and I'm probably wrong. You know what I mean? I don't have a MD in the matter. But I think one of the biggest problems we have in relationships right now is nobody wants to accept any kind of responsibility and or obligations.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like Sister Cookie said earlier. I remember her mentioning something about everybody wanting a ready-made man or a ready-made female.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reminded of when we talk spiritually, I think about such things as Proverbs 31, the virtuous woman. I think about such things as Proverbs, I think it's 9:19, that says, I'd rather live on the corner of the roof of the house than to deal with a quarrelsome and nagging woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reminded of all of those things that keep me as close as I can get to being an upright male as I can possibly be, an upright spouse as I can possibly be, a well-informed human being as I can possibly be. Because, see, at the end of the day, and I done said this one time before on your show, and I hope I don't get sent to the corner, but at the end of the day, somebody gonna bust too soon.
Mm-hmm.
If all you have is a physical relationship, at the end of the day, the moment's gonna come where somebody's gonna have to have a conversation, or both of y'all gonna lay there looking at the ceiling, looking stupid, embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
We all done had those moments for whatever reason and whatever season and whatever happened. Maybe somebody farted. I don't know.
Hey.
But you'll have those moments
Lord
where
Jesus.
if you are not emotionally and mentally solid with your significant other, you will wind up laying there looking like a fool.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I say? I say it's rather simple. Take some time. Get to know your people. Get to know what you land with. Get to know who you land with. Get to know who you just walked in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Raheem, God has put me in some really wonderful, wonderful positions. And being honest and truthful, I have seen some things.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen some things that even had me like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't even say the word, but I can tell you this. I said, you must be out of your complete and utter mind.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah.
if you looked at it on the surface, she a fool. She a fooler, mother.
Mm-hmm.
Great fooler. You walk in a house and literally, man, when I used to deliver furniture, man, literally, you stepping over chicken bones that's dry, still
Mm.
in the bowl.
Wow.
Literally, Raheem.
Mm.
Move a table and roaches running up your arm.
Good Lord.
But if you look at her, if you catch her outside of that house,
Mm-hmm.
oh, she'll fool you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
people just need the difference in then and now. And I think what Cassandra was saying in a roundabout way, and I could be wrong, I might interpret it the wrong way,
Wrap it up, Curtis. Mm-hmm.
is people have to get back to honestly getting to know one another.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's
You got
good.
to get back to it.
That's good.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a land plane right there.
50.
Without Coast Guard plane.
Good deal. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. One more time. 508-924-3521. Asking a question this morning. Or as a husband, now as a husband and wife, as a married couple, we ain't talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, as a married couple, are you obligated to fulfill your spouse's sexual desires? Toya, you want to talk now? Are you back with us?
I'm sorry, who, me?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. No. I was talking to Toya. Toya, you there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll pass again.
Okay. Cookie, go ahead. What's on your heart, sis?
Listen, these situations are a matter of relationship, and we've had some good information disseminated here today. But I think that all of us, we have to look at ourselves and examine ourselves and ask ourselves, what kind of partner are we?
Mm-hmm.
Are we facilitating an environment where the other party feels comfortable, safe, and loved? Are we allowing people to be honest with us? Because it's one thing to say to someone, be honest, but then it's another to judge them when they display their honesty. All of us could operate with a better level of trust and humility, and also treasure the person that you're with. We live in a time when marriage is becoming rare. If you have a partner, love on them every chance you get. Be slow to criticize. Be understanding. Be tender. Be kind. Kindness is the kindling of any relationship. It is what keeps the fire burning. Someone told me one time that to be nice is performative, because even a serial killer can be nice. He can do a nice gesture, but
Mm-hmm.
kindness comes from the soul. That's what's missing. It's missing in simple things like conversation, in attentiveness, in sacrifice. I haven't heard us talk about that. Marriage is work.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to put your wants and desires on the back burner for the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to care about things that you don't really care about. Sometimes you must do something that you don't want to do because it is the joy of the other partner. Women sit through football games. Men sometimes sit through operas or weepy movies. Remember those sacrifices when it's 5 years into the marriage, when it's 10 years into the marriage. Don't forget. Try to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And goodness gracious, we have all of this technology now. Set a reminder on your phone to do something kind on a random day.
Yeah.
Use your Siri to help you. Use Google. Use Alexa, somebody to help you play a random song or something for when you were dating.
Mm-hmm.
Go on a picnic. Do some. Be kind. The world is a harsh place, especially for our brothers. It is indeed a harsh place. Let us find ways to help them decompress and forget those things and remember why they chose us in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Do you think far too often we forget?
Of course we forget. Of course. Oftentimes people who become wealthy forget what it was like to be poor. People who are very, very, very smart. If you're a subject matter expert in something, you forget what it's like to be the novice who doesn't know anything, and it's not intentional. It's I guess, a consequence of your environment. But in a marriage, it is work. You never want the other person to feel forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
never want that to happen. That's why I said make a concerted effort to try to do something kind for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're worthy of it because
Yeah.
you chose them. You chose them for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so all I'm saying is, I feel like that oftentimes there's a lot of pointing the finger. This person didn't do this. This person did. But what did we do?
Yeah.
Was I the best partner that I could be?
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody mentioned nagging? Did I nag?
Well, see,
Did
Cookie. A
I?
lot of
Is
time.
could I have dialed it back,
Mhm.
or what I find in this generation is I find a lot of aggression
Well,
on
Cookie. Let
both
me say this
sides.
to you. A lot of
And
time, Cookie.
sometimes,
Cookie. A lot of time, people
mm,
don't want to look in the mirror though, and that's
listen.
accountability.
But it's the best way to solve the problem, is it not?
It is.
Is
It
it not?
is.
My father said to me one time that men are the thermostat.
Mm-hmm.
Women respond to the temperature that you set sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
no matter how we get out of whack, if I'm hot about something, then you set a temperature to be cool. I'll
Yeah.
calm myself down.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
and a hug solves a multitude of problems and a multitude of arguments.
Mm-hmm. Was
Simple things.
don't touch
We
me.
forget if we
Don't
make
touch
stuff
me.
complicated. It is so very simple. How do we calm our children? When our
Mm-hmm.
children throw a whole tantrum, what
Mm-hmm.
do?
Mm-hmm.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next thing you know, they taking a nap.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Sometimes people just need us. They need the contact from us, the person that they chose. We chose you to keep us safe, to make us feel wanted, to make us feel protected and productive. So sometimes you have to reconnect, and that's done through something simple like a hug,
Mm-hmm.
or something simple like, I hear you, I see you,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on board. Something positive. We forget far too often.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. We got a few more minutes before we get out of here. 508-924-3521. I think we have Shanavia. Shanavia, you with us? Shanavia, you there?
Y- Yes, sir. Good morning. How
Good
y'all
morning.
doing?
Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
We here. We here.
Good deal. Shanavia, I'm asking a question, and I want to hear your heart on it. As a married couple, husband and wife, as a married husband and wife, are you obligated to fulfill your spouse's sexual wants, needs, and desires? Are you obligated as a husband and wife?
Ooh, I may not have a dog in this fight because I mean I've been engaged, but I ain't never been married.
Uh-huh.
Um, However, looking at the examples that I do have around me, I'm gonna say yes, but I think, and I could be wrong whenever I say this, but because of where we are right now when it comes to the word dating, I think that some people may get lost in that question because
Mm-hmm.
the operative word is objective. Are
Mm-hmm.
we
Obligated.
obligated?
Yes.
Sorry. Are
Mm-hmm.
we obligated to do this? And obligation sounds much like submission, but we still don't understand what submission means.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I
Wow.
think that because of that word and because we really don't understand um, what's being asked in the sense, like we don't want to be servants of
Mm-hmm.
one another in a marriage, and that's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
That like if we place obligated with another word that's more palatable or that is more universally understood in the context, then I think more people would say yes. Because am I obligated? If should I reciprocate what you're giving me?
Mm-hmm.
Should I do I return energy as what the young folks are saying right now?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I do feel like that we are obligated. I mean, one of the most beautiful examples of that I will forever use is my mom and my pops. Now, my pops is not my biological dad, and it's not my mom's first husband,
Mm-hmm.
but my mom was sick. I'm talking about like sick, could not get up, couldn't do anything for herself
Mm-hmm.
for a little over a year. And when this man took his vows and said through sickness and health, he did that. He washed my mom's hair.
Yeah.
He took care of all of her needs,
Mhm.
everything that she could not do for herself, and did not complain not one time.
Mhm.
And that was the most beautiful example that I got to witness, especially coming from my upbringing and what my mom and I had went through with her first marriage, to see her cared and nurtured for. And he did
Mhm.
not make her feel guilty not one time
Wow.
for
That's good.
not being able to care for
Mhm.
herself or having to take on the role of a caretaker. He didn't
Mhm.
complain not once. And I felt like that was the most beautiful example of what you're asking me right now. Now, is it sexual? No, because ew, that's disgusting. I don't want to imagine my parents like that. But I think that's the most beautiful example of unconditional love that I
Mhm.
have witnessed and
Wow.
been able to have that example.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Toussaint, talk to me, brother. I know you got something on your heart.
So, okay. Every once in a while, my check engine light goes off.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't, on a daily basis, or every once in a while, check out my car. Even when the weather changes, the tires, I have to deflate or inflate them.
Yeah.
You gotta you every once in a while you have to change the battery in your remote control.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You want to have somebody check out your appliances every once in a while. You got to sweep the floor.
Yeah.
Got to mop it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't live in a house, you can have a brand new house or a brand new building.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't take time in that brand new building, it'll fall to the ground all by
Yes.
itself.
All by itself. Yep. That's true.
So if you don't put time and invest, how about that? Is that a good word?
Mm-hmm.
If it's not being obligated, put an investment in a relationship,
Yeah.
it will fall apart by itself.
Mm-hmm.
How in the world? And I'm tell you what I did yesterday. It was simple, and it changed the whole thing. I'm not working today. I've been off for a couple of weeks now. A week now. Got another week left. My wife's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday, about just about the time that she was about to come home, I went to check the mail.
Mm-hmm.
She drove up in the yard, and she had her jacket, she had her purse, she had her bag, and she had all this stuff in her hand. And she was just about struggling to close the door.
Yeah.
She had to put the bag down to
Mm-hmm.
close the door. And I'm checking the mail. You know what I did? I picked up the bag, I put it on my shoulder, and I made her load lighter.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Simple.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And what I'm saying is, we think we got to do this big old thing, and I'm not talking about the lingerie and all that. We started off with the lingerie.
Yeah.
But you know what? Little things like that opens the door for so much.
For that lingerie.
Yeah, man.
Look at you, Tucson. I'm so proud of you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You know what? I had to say this before you go, Cookie. You and Jordan sound like sisters. I don't know if you know
I
Jordan.
am Jordan.
I see that. I knew it.
Mr. Raheem was calling me by a handle I use on an app, but my
Mm-hmm.
name
Okay.
is Cookie.
Mm-hmm.
See, I knew. I was kind of like, this sound like Jordan. Okay, so I'm good. Aren't you? Isn't that so simple? When we are in a
Yes,
relationship, then we got to do something extra.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't just say I'm in a marriage and I'm married. Hey, I'm married. Hey, I got a
We
boyfriend.
I is married now.
I got a girlfriend. I got a companion. That's my boo.
Mm-hmm.
And you
No.
don't even never, and you never even hold their hand. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be sooner or later. You're gonna be by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have to leave the house for you to be by yourself.
Uh-oh.
You wind up having a roommate
Mm-hmm.
passing by each other in
Mm-hmm.
the same house, and y'all scrub the wall to make sure that y'all don't touch one another.
Mm.
That's a sad situation to be in.
Terrible. Terrible. I wouldn't want to live in it. I would not want to live in it at
I'm just
all.
saying.
Cassandra, talk to me. Cassandra, you there? Cassandra?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cassandra would put that smoke
Are we
detector
doing?
out.
Hmm?
He said you would turn the
What did he say?
he said you went to turn the smoke detector off. He said you're burning up something over there.
Hey, Navy, yes, I did. I did. My smoke detector, when steam rises, it goes off. So it's just like really crazy. But yeah, I really don't have anything to add because I just dealing with so many people on a daily basis with marriages and hearing the different. The young lady, which the new young lady,
Cookie.
Her, I love her talking because it's refreshing. Because I'm 64, about to turn 65. The way that I see relationships and the way that I would, handle relationship issues, it's really quite different from her because she's younger.
Yeah.
She's more up to date to what's happening right now. I I'm old school, and even though I counsel a lot of young women, I don't know a lot of the stuff, the dynamics that she would hear and deal with. That's not what I deal with. You understand what I'm saying? So the methods that we use as counselors, Navy has a method that she uses. Kurt has a method that he uses. I have a method, and Cookie, right?
Yes.
Is it Cookie?
Cookie, yes.
And Cookie has methods that she uses as a counselor. So we all have these different ways that we deal with couples or individuals that are dealing with marital issues. And that's good. I love listening to her because it's refreshing. I get to hear some of the ways that she sees things compared to how I see things, which is good.
Yes.
Because I'm old school and I need to hear some of the newer stuff. So, I want to thank her, for being with us and sharing with us because we need that that freshness. I'm old, Kurt old, Navy is good.
Yeah.
Navy is good. And then Cookie is young.
Exactly.
Younger than
Yeah.
all of us. So, yeah. So thank you, Cookie, for what you bring to the table.
Cookie, would you like to respond?
Listen, thank you so much. It's an honor to sit with you all and have these conversations.
Good deal. Good deal. Ryan, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Late, but I'm on time.
There you go.
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Good to have you with us, brother. Asking a question, man. As a married couple, are you obligated to fulfill your spouse's sexual want, needs, and desires?
Obligated? No, you're never obligated to do anything. But if you want to keep your life a little happy, you might want to explore some of them things that your significant other be talking about.
Yeah.
Obligation is a strong word, and I guess it would really matter how far they trying to go. There's some things that this old dog ain't trying to do, you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing no pretzel knots or nothing like that around here.
Yeah, Lord. But that
Ryan, you mean to tell me you're not willing to swing from the chandelier?
chandelier gonna fall
I
down.
don't think it's a lyre made in heaven that can hold me.
That chandelier gonna be broke. That chandelier gonna be broke. I'm tell you, that's gonna be a broke chandelier.
I know. I know I don't look it, but all of 6'3" and 280 pounds is not holding me.
No, that chandelier, it won't even make it one circle.
Mr.
Won't even make it
Ryan,
one circle.
all you have to do is reinforce it, sir, and then all bets are off.
Yes, ma'am. All
Amen.
right, then.
That's a lot of reinforcements. Not reinforcement. Two songs.
Badger got that. Badger got that drill in his hand right now, enforcing chandelier.
Lord, see, y'all gonna leave Badger alone. He ain't here to defend himself now. Badger ain't here to defend himself. I can't let y'all jump on him like that.
Oh, I thought he was still here. I'll
No,
tell him tomorrow. I'm gonna
yeah,
tell him tomorrow.
I know you will. I know you will. Let's keep this thing going. Kurt, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me. Kurt, where you at?
I'm right here, man. I had to hit that mute button.
Mm-hmm.
For me, man, I just always try and exist in the realm of reality, man. You know what I mean? And like, at the end of it all, man.
Kurt, is it realistic to think that and Cassandra presented something to us, but is it realistic to think that in a normal situation that a married couple would not want to engage in fulfilling the sexual obligations or activities?
In today's world,
wow,
yeah,
wow,
man. I mean, you'd be surprised, man. People in today's world have so many issues, man, that maybe in yesteryear, I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe having more creates less.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Just the human psychic of today is it's just way different than what it was 20 years ago, what it was 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Growing up, man, I grew up poor. You know what I mean? My mom and daddy didn't have a lot of money. You know what I mean? But they had each other, man,
Yeah.
and that was worth more than anything that they could have been given. Like,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I really don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, the world that we in now, it appears that it's more important to have the bag than it is to have the brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's more important to have the BBL than it is to have the sister. It's more important to look like an anime cat than it is for you to be naturally stimulated, than it is for me to be naturally stimulated by your natural appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not plastic surgery and all that. That's not what I'm saying. I just think in today's world, man, we are putting more emphasis on superficial fracking bull crap.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff is superficial. I remember with my first marriage, she had a breast reduction. Now, mind you, when we met, you had them juggernauts, them 2 kids you was walking around with getting earned income credit. So I like those 2 kids you had that was getting earned income credit. You understand?
Lord
So at
Jesus.
the same time, as a man,
Lord Jesus.
I had to respect the fact that, okay, you're saying you're getting this for health reasons. Okay, well, I respect that. But once you got it, man, it mangled her body, man. To the degree that I could tell in her that she wasn't comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now I can't, you shouldn't have got it. And no, now I got to switch. Because now I got to console you. Even though I said, hey, listen, that's going to be a lot of work. there's a lot of things that's gonna come behind that must go down. Hold on, Ryan.
Okay.
Go to somebody else.
Okay, good deal. And
Yeah.
and yes.
Can I say something
Absolutely.
real quick that
Yes.
we didn't hit on today?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
When you're talking about sex within the marriage, now there are some things that you need to make sure that both parties are comfortable with what's going on. Because one of the women that I'm counseling, her husband will only do anal sex.
Huh? Whoa.
What?
Hello.
Wait a minute.
He will not. If he does it every 4 or 5 months, it can only be anal.
What, he just came home from jail?
So,
hold on, Kurt, mute your line, Kurt.
Now, see, I'm not with y'all. I'm just saying.
Oh, no. Oh, I thought you was on the phone, Kurt. Oh,
Okay. This is where
wow.
I'm telling y'all.
I get off the train. Right?
Wow.
She rushed. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Maybe I was like, what the hell? Oh, okay. So I can't.
On the down low. On the down low.
With me. I'm a woman. I have a VV, and you don't want the VV. No, heck no. So we got to make sure that people understand that it needs to be consensual. Whatever two people do in their bedroom, it's their business. But it has to be consensual between both parties. It has to be.
So he oh Lord, see, because you this is way out wins, boy. You went way out with that one there, boy. So this is
I just wanted to throw it out there because I thought about it.
He on the down low.
Ryan.
What's that?
Ryan, you don't want to say it? Okay, so Cassandra, I Jersey, right? Kind of find out the young lady I was working with, kind of find out her dude had just come home from jail. But I had pieced that together already. So she was like, oh, you know him? I was like, no, I don't know him. But I'm just going to keep it real. This is my opinion. There's no man that's going to lay beside a woman every single night.
And not want to.
She come to bed, maybe with a t-shirt on, no panties on. And the first thing he think about is, oh, I'm going in the back door. There's an issue there.
Yeah.
Either one, he's reliving a moment where all he had was the back door, or two, he has some growth issues that the lady's vagina was maybe a little too big. But there's only that what huh? That goes completely that don't add up. You know, you look at I look at the animal theory, right? Like in the animal kingdom, a lion smells a lioness's essence from 150 miles away. He runs 150 miles to get what he wants, right? There's no way you can tell me, and I could be wrong. I could be speaking from a bias of opinion. But there's no way you can tell me that a man will lay in the bed with a woman every night. And every time they have physical interaction, the first thing he's trying to do is go in our back door. The only answer for that is either he is fake, maybe he's battling with his sexuality, or he has a problem with growth. And the back door is always tighter. I could be wrong.
In my situation, he just don't want to get her pregnant.
I was in, come to find out, Yo had just came home from jail.
Wow. Let me go to a letter here today, so I can't hold on. Tucson can do it for me. Tucson.
Yes, sir. All hail the bishop, Gregory Adams.
Bishop, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good morning. Good morning. I got a
Action.
show going on today, ain't you?
Yes, sir. Hey, way out Wednesday, brother. Way out Wednesday. And asking a question in a marriage, are you obligated? Are you obligated as a husband to fulfill your wife's sexual wants, needs, and desires?
That was a very good question. Am I obligated to fulfill her needs and her desires? Uh, Man, I've never looked at it like that. Some things are just automatic that we deal with, but now if some of those desires are exotic, then no, I'm not gonna say I'm obligated to fulfill, because sometimes some women, not all, some women can be a little bit freaky and they want a little bit more than what the man wants to bring to the bedroom.
The freaking
So
dinky.
my obligation is to love her unconditionally and provide for her as a husband. But when it comes down to other pleasures, no, it's not my obligation to
But see,
fulfill all her dreams and fantasies in the bedroom.
But let me say this to you. And I can understand what you're saying. But if that's yours, and I'm not talking about yours, I'm just using one as an example. But if that's your wife, and again, I'm not talking about you particularly you, but I'm just saying as a whole. If that's your wife, and she have these urges that she want to have fulfilled, you as her husband is the one that she's going to come to, or the one she's quote unquote supposed to come to fulfill those things, those needs. She can't go outside, because now there's a whole different situation if she were to step outside to try to get those things fulfilled. So you as a husband, you don't feel that there's an obligation on your part to make sure that she's not, I'm not gonna say satisfied, I'm gonna say satisfied.
There are some major responsibilities we as husbands have for our wife, and I'm going to press that issue as much as I can to make sure I do everything I can to appease her or please her. If we're talking about the bedroom now, and her fantasies may be a little bit far fetched. I don't care about putting the butler outfit. Okay, you want me to be a butler there, then I will serve you up. But outside of that, you may want something a little bit more exotic that I'm not inclined to do. And for me, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
And you say, well, I wants and I have my needs, I do too. So are you gonna satisfy all my wants as a man? So see, the shoe is not gonna be on the other foot. You want me to do this for you, or are you willing to do this for me? So if you say I'm obligated, then you're telling me if my wife wants a threesome, I'm obligated because I gotta please my wife. If she want me to dress up, I ain't got no problem dressing up. She want to dress down, but there are certain places that, even in our physical part of relations, there are some things that I just have to be very careful not to do because it's not all that pleasing or acceptable. Not so much with man, but with God to some degree. So I gotta be careful.
What kind of freaky dicky mess is this? You want to do what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, trust me, it happens.
What kind of freaky dicky mess? I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Wow. Let me go to Cookie. Cookie, what's on your heart? I'm being silly. What's on your heart, sis? Cookie, you there? Oh, I think we lost Cookie. Okay. Let's go to Shanavia. Shanavia, what's on your heart, sis? Talk to me.
I'm not sure. I'm just listening. I kind of said my little piece already. I don't know if, like I said, I really don't have a dog in this fight right now, but yeah.
Tucson, what kind of freaky dicky mess is that? Okay, you want to do what? I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Are you obligated, Tucson? You're the husband, man. Where is she gonna go? If she got these, where is she gonna go? Now, outside of like a threesome and stuff like that, ain't none of us doing that. But if she got some kind of desire, you as a husband, are you going to fulfill? Are you obligated to fulfill those desires?
We gotta come correct. I ain't. Look, man, come on now. Look, Cassandra, you blew my mind.
Don't call my name. Do not call my name.
No, what I'm saying is,
My name.
I'm sorry. No, but what I'm saying is, how in the world, if a person don't have something extra going on in their minds, that they would rather indulge in something that just me now, maybe somebody else.
Abnormal.
It's not normal. That's
Yeah,
not normal.
yeah.
That is not normal. I don't know how we make it or we try to make it normal in this society that we live in. Anything goes, but that's not natural.
No.
Can I say it kind of cruel but nice and gentle?
Way out Wednesday, brother.
The buttocks is not a it's just not. It's not. No, it's not the preferred. They had a man just they had the man. I want y'all to count. He says I want every woman. There was offering time. Let me say it. It was offering time, and he said, I want every woman with 9 holes to bring me $20.
What? I know you.
You go ahead. You go.
I know where you at.
You don't have to count. But what I'm saying is, but I'm saying this is not now. It almost sounds like this guy is on the down low. That he's in the closet. And he just
trying that's what I was saying.
Do what he does, not what he normally does. He just engaging that in his house with his wife.
Why would he even?
Why would he even marry? To let her know what kind of life he living. To let her know what kind of life.
My thing is, why would he even marry her and subject her to something like that, man? Because that's not, he's not being fair to her. A situation like that. Why would he even subject her to that?
It don't make this is.
But you know that Atlanta is known for men being on the down low.
Yeah.
And that has been since I've lived in Atlanta. And I have never in my life heard of any place where there is so many women finding out that their husbands are on the down low. I have a young friend here, a gay guy, right? And we were talking, and people talk to me straight because I'm not judging anybody. He said there are several clubs around Atlanta where married men come in to have sex with them, because he's one too. He's open to that, and has sex with them in rooms in those clubs. Then go home with their wedding rings on, go home and be with their wives. He said that's the part that bothers him the most. That they're being deceitful in what they want. Why would you? I'm telling you, Atlanta is horrible for men being on the down low. I'm talking preachers, corporate people, you name it.
Good Lord.
And it's coming to the forefront, though, Raheem. It's coming to the forefront. That's why so much is being exposed now, because people are doing some stuff that it ain't supposed to be going on. And we think this is a normal thing, but it's not normal. And we got to stop somewhere, because this is a big Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
And we think that, God just going to have to accept us like we are. And that's a lie. That's a lie. We got to stop somewhere. And that's why this is a healthy conversation. And I know I'm out of turn. But this healthy because in relationships, you have to.
He got a whole woman laying beside him, and
that don't make no sense, man.
He got a whole woman laying beside him, and his preference.
That don't make no sense.
Let me stop. Hold on, let me stop because let me stop. Anybody got anything to want to say before we get? Yes.
Hey, Raheem.
Yeah.
We also cannot get away, because we making this taboo, but we can't get away from the fact that there is a possibility that listen, that the brother might not have the tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the anus is a very tight space, right? I hate to make it sound so nasty, but the anus is a very tight space. So it could be that possibility. It could even be the possibility that that's how she like it.
I don't think that's the
So
case.
there are some other things going on here,
'Cause
but on the surface, according to what Sis just laid out, there is some um, there's some homosexuality going on within the midst of that, which I'm gonna keep it real. I know we all biblical folk, but to each his own. That's you got to stand up and face God. You got to answer to God for that. When that time comes, God gonna question you about it, and that's your book. That's not in my book.
Yeah.
But
wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like there could be. I remember being in the army with some dudes that kind of had that kind of thing going on, and it was because some of my brothers. It was because they wasn't well endowed enough. So in order for their significant others to feel some kind of satisfaction, they had to go in the back door. I have heard that, so I don't want to just automatically comp it into him just being, a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? It just could be that he can't measure up the other way, the traditional way.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything they want to say?
So how if
Way out
you
Wednesday.
have a burning, let me say it like this, Bishop, because if you have a sexual desire, a woman, that wouldn't be the place of burning desire.
Yeah.
It would not be the front door. And I know we talk about some things that we can't talk about at church. Thank God we can talk about it here, because people are going through stuff like that it's shocking to some people. But this is almost to the point where you got to be a needy person to I don't know.
Yeah. Wow.
I didn't know people burn that way. I mean, yearn or desire, like, oh, I'm kind of horny. I'm saying the word. I'm kind of horny, and then they boot over.
Wow. Anybody? We're gonna get out. We're gonna get out of here for today. What time is it?
This
It's already
Wednesday.
10:13. Yeah, way out Wednesday, brother. This is the first Wednesday of the year. Ain't that something? And boy, it's been a doozy. Anybody have anything they want to say real quickly before we get out of here?
Yeah, man, I just wanted to say I love y'all, man. Y'all hold it down, man. Be safe out there, man. This COVID thing is going around. So please be careful. Make sure y'all cover up. And please, whatever you do, Raheem, please get Cookie back to this phone. Please get her back, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely. She had to hang up. She had hung up a little bit earlier, but hopefully she'll call back in on us tomorrow. Anybody else have anything they want to say before we get out of here? Anything else? Okay, good deal. Let me go. Cassandra.
Yes, if you have missed any part of this show and would like to hear it in its entirety, you can tune into dkmmedia.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Girl, you nailed it. Bishop, you there?
Yes, sir. I'm right here.
Bishop, can I get you to pray us out, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at this present hour. First, giving you thanks and praise, Lord God, for allowing us to be able to come into the year 2024, Father God, with hopes and aspirations, Lord God, of being more of your servant, demonstrating love and forgiveness, Lord God, demonstrating compassion, Lord God, having the joy of you in our lives. We ask, Father God, to will continue to bless the callers and those that listen to DKM Media, and radio, Lord God. Bless Raheem as he tries to put forth a platform each day that cultivates the minds of those who listen. Lord God, we ask, Father God, if you will, praying for those who have lost loved ones beginning of the year or last year, and those who are suffering with mental illness, Father God. We're praying, Lord, that you keep us, strengthen us, and bless each and every one of us, Lord, and as we stand in need of your blessing. In your name, Christ Jesus, our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Been a great broadcast. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your morning. We are here every day, Monday through Friday, from 7 o'clock in the morning until 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're available, please join us. We love to have you as a part of our listening audience, as well as participating. So you can definitely call in as well and be a part of what we're talking about. Now, we're about to get out of here. It is now 10:15. I want you to do me two favors before you go. One, I want you to continue to pray for us, because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple, I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug, because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. Then we shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in. Goodbye. And let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Take care of each other. And please, please, please be blessed. Talk to you tomorrow morning if God says the same. Love you. Give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate that. And I'm sure that you would as well. Have a great day, y'all. Love you.